Watch this.
Next, football talk is a big hit. Sunday nights to Wednesday nights, we striking a match cause we lit. Y'all know the name, we call it the Dub. On Friday nights, it feel like a club. Getting that VIP treatment on the sideline, they showing us love. Great interviews, go hugs, put in work, go good. Texas youth and high school talking to page on Facebook, hold up. Coach trying to stand on the scene, giving advice, he do what he mean. Jay Mack and Swaggy Big, rocking the gear, it's so clean.
Big rise and go easy, off the easy but cheesy. With my steppers, our special kids, making blitz so easy. Trying to win, we so greedy. All our fans are so needy, cause they need to hear them talk about that club. We do it for the dub.
We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. That TF dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. That TF dub.
Welcome to the Dub, number one high school podcast starring Pat Botese, Jeremy McInnes, Whitfield Roderick, Coach Carr, and Ron Riser.
Well, all right. What's happening? What's going on? Welcome to the number one talk show. Speak out.
The Dub, baby. You heard it first. The Dub.
Hey, where that famous whiteboard I be hearing about? Let's have a say Dub business.
Hey, we got to make sure we put Willow logo on everything that we do. We got to put Willow on there. I'm taking care of Willow right now. So we take care of Willow.
Thank you, sir.
All right, okay. All right, clap. That's it. That's how you do business.
Hey, look like he's in deep concentration, man. He trying to find a weak what?
Let me get over here. We're talking about this coming up.
Oh, yeah, I like this. I like this,
On
too.
I-20 clinic. On the Dub. Coach, did the Dub go short this year?
The Dub, look, I promise you.
Coach, I made the Dub stuff last year, right?
The Dub will be there this year.
Hey, the credentials for the Dub.
The Dub will be there this year. Look, but we deserve this.
Hey, Coach
We
Chris
deserve it.
asking ain't good enough, y'all. But maybe Coach Lynn asked. But Coach Chris ain't got enough stroke. But Coach Lynn asked.
Now, Coach Lynn approved it last year, too.
Let me tell you something. Pat said they gonna be there this year. They gonna be there.
We're going to be there. I appreciate it. The co-sign.
I'm not gonna make the credentials. I'm not gonna
Make the credentials.
You gonna make it handwriting or something? I said that's what's last year.
All right, Pat Botese reporting live from the Dub. We got Matt Stepp in the building. It's going down, man. Hey, excitement today. A lot of news being made today. Just found out that DeSoto and North Crowley week 2.
Yeah, I've been trying to get that game together for a while, and I'm glad Coach Matthews and Coach Gates agreed to it. That'll be a great game, a little Fort Worth versus Dallas action. A lot of talent on the field. 2 really good teams. I'm excited those 2 guys got together.
No doubt. The District of Doom got ridiculous, didn't it?
Is there a District Doom times 2? I mean, you add Lancaster, you add a really talented Mesquite Horn team. Skyline's going to be a lot better next year. It's going to be wild. But the bad part is 2 or 3 really good teams are probably going to miss the playoffs. But this is why 4 teams make the playoffs for districts like this.
No doubt. Some teams got off really well with some super easy districts and stuff. What district surprised you? And we're going to talk about this tonight. Just give me 1 or 2 real quick.
I would say, obviously, what surprised me the most was Port Neches Groves being in Region 2.
Right.
South Cliff P&G regional final instead of a state final this year. That really surprised me. I think as far as like easier districts, I think Fort Worth ISD was really happy with their alignment in 5A Division I. They could have got Birdville or Richland. Instead, they got Saginaw and Chisholm Trail.
Right.
I think that's good for them. I think Mansfield's got to be super happy right now. Mansfield Lake Ridge, Mansfield Lake. B-Rise has got to be real happy right now. Other than North Crowley, North Crowley and Crowley are tough, but I think the Mansfield schools have a real chance going west to challenge for the playoffs now.
Oh, absolutely. Hey, shout out to the Dub. One more time, Matt Stepp in the building.
Shout out to the Dub.
And shout out to Dave Campbell's, man. Y'all do a lot of great work.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
All right, man.
Salute. Hey, man. Happy Realignment Day to everybody. How y'all doing?
Blessings, my brother, and salutations.
Hey, man.
Hey, it was a great day. Great day. I loved it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Be right, Batman. I love the shirt, man. We just got to get your picture on there. We got to get your picture on there, man. I love that shirt.
I got you.
Hey, my man, this got to be the busiest man ever. Matter of fact, I know I owe you barbecue, man. We gonna start off with that topic because we gonna go on to settle that. We're gonna catch a date tonight.
Oh, okay.
But
okay. Date. All right. I like it. I like it.
We gonna throw some wings on top of it, man. We gonna get some dub wings for you.
Hey,
on top of the barbecue.
we can. I know the Dub tries to have a little get together. You know, I saw. You know, so maybe instead of barbecue, I'll settle for barbecue wings, as a great man once said.
Hey, you know, it's your show. You the one. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna show up. You know,
I'll tap in. I'll tap in for some free wings as long as some of the Dub supporters and followers will make an appearance. You know, we can do that. So.
Oh, well, we definitely do that, man. We tell you what, we'll hook that up because I was just gonna say I was gonna see what you doing Saturday to get your barbecue. We still gonna do the double appearance though, because like I said, I'm gonna treat you to both.
Yes, this Saturday, I'm taking my daughter out to dinner before I go to Canada. So I'm gotta take the. Okay. I'll be in Dallas. My daughter lives in Dallas, so I'll be out that way. She lives in Old East Dallas, so I'll be out that way. So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, just let me know, man. Like I said, we know we got you. So
I appreciate it. Yeah, we'll lock that in for March. Maybe do like a March Madness Dub event. We can watch some of the basketball games, and I'll grab some wings in.
I love that.
You know, chestnut checkers.
Yes, sir.
That's it. Yeah. And then I think a lot of people don't know how cool you is. But like I said,
I'm all right. I'm all right. Don't boost me up too much. I'm just the guy who likes ball.
Hey man, you cool, man. You talk country like me, so we gotta stick together.
Yeah.
But anyway, I know it's been a busy day for you, man. I just want to ask a question. I need to ask Pat, am I hosting tonight?
You are hosting tonight, sir. That's why I'm quiet.
Okay,
is Johnny here?
Show. Johnny is not here. Matter of fact, Jeremy is here because hell, I just sat down. Like I literally got home maybe like 17 minutes ago. You know what I'm saying? So,
I just asked, so I need to know how this thing gonna go.
But
hey,
give me a minute.
Lord have mercy. Look, I'll co-host with you a little bit if it go off the rails.
That's what later on, right? That's when I go to bed. When we'll tap Coach Todd. Hey, Hey, what y'all doing going head to head with Grimes, man? Grimes is on right now too. I just saw on the Facebook group, man. Going head to head with Grimes. You could take all Grimes' viewers away.
Well,
hey.
or maybe it's the opposite. We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know.
I ain't gonna lie though. Looking at the live right now, it is everybody in here. They here for it.
Yeah, Grimes over there mad, man.
I think Grimes just ended.
Did he wrap up? He just wrapped up.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, Grimes can jump on.
Earlier. Yeah. Matter of fact, if you're out there, you can hop on. Oh boy, yeah, because Ty was on Grimes, boy. Woo, that was tough. Let's go back and listen to it.
Man, he on Grimes every other week. He on Grimes ass about something every other week.
Yeah, man, that was tough. But no, if he hop in, we have to have him on, man. That was but I talked to him earlier, and he said he was going on, so we don't want to step on each other's toes. We share a lot of the same.
I watch Grimes most every week, so he does a good job.
Oh yeah, he does.
Yes, sir.
Look at Coach Biotti in the comments. He's talking about the District of Doom. The Feds always win.
Hey, man. Hey, they are, and they really must be watching because I don't even like. I'm gonna start off in general, man, and I'm gonna start off with you, Willow. I know you was there. Just give me just overall your first impressions of when you was there, and just when you left. What was your takeaway?
Go ahead, Carr. I'm sorry, my bad, Coach Carr.
Okay, no, you good. I think my first impression was. I see why teams are bad, and I see why teams don't win. I see a lot of coaches out there are really scared of people. I see that competition separates teams, and I see why some people are just playing or just scheduling to keep their job. They're not scheduling to win championships. And when I left there, that's what I saw. I also saw that in this particular day and time, if you look at, let me see, in a woke society, they put together the first district HBCU conference. I saw that in Soto, Lancaster, Cedar Hill, all in. All black head coaches, all in one district. So I think, man, at the end of the day, what I saw most importantly, J-Mac, was, man, that there are a lot of teams that don't want to play each other and they're scared of each other. And I literally saw it in person. You know what I'm saying? And I saw why teams are bad. You know what I'm saying? I did now. I will give Rockwall his props because we put the pressure on them and they did schedule the North Crowley game.
Man. Look cool.
Wow. Dang, now that's how you start off hot. Who want to follow that up? I'll give it to you, Pat. I'm going to say that for last. Go ahead, Pat.
No. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll say from my standpoint, there was a lot of willing and dealing. Like Coach Carr said, there was a lot of shaking and faking too. Certain teams that wasn't trying to see certain teams, and it was quite obvious. But there were teams that was on people's ass, and some people didn't want to pick up their phone and stuff. And we got to see phones being picked up and phones not being answered, and claims of districts having 9 teams when they only had 8. We saw a lot of fun stuff. It was yeah. And I mean, you know, it was a hustle, but I mean, it was crowded as hell in there. A lot of energy in the building, though, man, but a lot of great coaches. So I do want to say that a lot of great coaches. I had a lot of long conversations in there, man, and these guys are really about their programs and stuff like that. Met a few coaches that we're going to actually bring on the show in the future. So overall, great experience.
Okay, B-Rise.
Say, man,
I know what your overall impression is. You just happy Mansfield not in the district of dudes. Just go and tell the truth.
B-Rise over there popping bottles. He's over there popping bottles earlier, man. He's over there popping bottles.
Yeah. Hey, man, how long have I been saying the past 3 years, right? We should listen.
Yeah.
We should have been. We should have been in this district 5-6 years ago. They've been messing us over for years. And really, say now we need reparations of some over here, man. Because damn, we've been getting paid, man. We need something. We've been getting our ass beat for the longest. So hey, so listen. I'm standing now. Hey, we gonna make playoffs. I got us. Let me see, man. We get a 3rd or 4th seed over there. I'm telling you, hey, we get a 3rd or 4th seed in this dish we in now.
Okay.
Hey, I'm gonna say one more thing, boy.
Say, you know what, J Mac? Hey, with this realignment here, we might save some jobs over there while we talking. Save some jobs.
Or maybe somebody want to stay at their job. That's what you probably mean.
Right.
Hey, J-Mac, I want to say one more thing before you go to Matt. Shout out to Matt, man. You need to put the Don King wig on, boy, because they be coming to you, boy, trying to get them matchups. You was like a promoter up in that thing.
Man, I sometimes I feel like too many people have my damn phone number. My phone, I've had to fully charge it twice today, man, because it just won't stop ringing. So I need to get a burner phone.
You got 2 phones?
I do have 2 phones.
You don't have 2 phones?
I need 3 because my second phone is really for my big boy job. So the job that pays the bills, and this I need to get a 3rd phone, just a burner for coaches or something, man.
You need one for the plug.
Yeah. Yep.
Got 2.
Hey, that is the plug.
He is the plug, for real. Hey, just get your Google number, bro. You better tell the
right Google Voice number, yeah.
Hey, real quick, before Mac go, man. I do got to tell everybody this, man, because we actually had a good day today, man. We got our first teams that's gonna play in the Dove Classic. So we got 6 teams in Thailand, week 3. So it's gonna be fun, man. I'm excited, man. We got the Dove Classic. Sponsored by Willow. So, shoot, we gonna change the game, man, and I'm excited about that. We're still looking for 2 more teams, but we can't find nobody to play Dunkerville.
Yeah.
Which we're gonna have to get into that. We got to clear that up too. Once I'm getting everybody out the way, because once we start asking Matt questions, it's gonna get the rolling. But Matt, we back on you. Pause. What was your thoughts, man? Just overall, man. Just after coming out of that.
I appreciate the hospitality there at Birdville. They were very hospitable. They had donuts, stuff like that out there. So appreciate all the hospitality. I think they need to get a bigger, and I think they are going to have it at a bigger venue next year because it was really crowded, which is great for us. But trying to get through there and kind of trying to fight your way and duck and dodge your way through the crowd, it was tough. So, but it was, this is my 4th or 5th realignment in person, and this, the guys ducking games. It's nothing new. It is what it is. Some guys, and I get it, right? Like Duncanville. Duncanville's not going to play South Garland, right? Because that's not a fair fight, right? Like that's like a 300-pound guy fighting a 110-pound guy, right? This is not a fair fight. But if you're a playoff team in 6A, I'm not, go 7-5, make the second round of the playoffs, I think playing a team like Duncanville will be good for you to get better. But guys, you can tell they don't want to look. They don't want to look nobody in the eye. They just kind of pretend like they don't see them, try to walk past them. It is what it is. But there's a reason why people are elite and people aren't elite, and that's just you can tell sometimes by how realignment for me. I can tell how a coach feels about their team by who they're willing to play, right? So like Texas High, for example, I think Texas High is going to be really good next year because they were looking for smoke, and nobody wanted smoke with Texas High. So all right, Texas High and East Texas, watch out for them because they were looking for smoke.
Hey, look, we had Texas High and North Crowley lined up, but Texas High ended up going with Shoemaker.
Yeah.
So that was going to be the other game that we was trying to get.
Yeah.
Right. Texas High game.
And I know for a fact Coach Stanford talked to Coach Todd about playing potentially but they both felt like if they were in the same region, they didn't want to play because it could have potentially been a playoff matchup. But if Texas High had somehow gone to Region 3, I think they would have played. So, I think it's just one of those things where you can tell how guys feel about their teams by who they're willing to play and who they're not willing to play. So, but overall, it's a lot of fun. It's a really, really busy day. It's a lot of fun. And, for like Will and Pat, you guys were there. You get to kind of see how the sausage gets made in a lot of ways. Because now the blueprint is set for the next 2 years for Texas high school football, because you start looking at playoff potential past the state and all that kind of thing. All that stuff gets set on realignment day. It's a big day.
Right.
So okay, Duncanville, they still need week 3. You know that.
They do. Actually, a school from El Paso called me about playing Duncanville just now, and I sent Coach Peterman his number. So maybe, fingers crossed, we'll see. So
I'm all for that.
We got to get in that conversation. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hey man,
it would probably be a neutral site game. I can't imagine, unless Duncanville is going to pay for El Paso to come all the way here. I won't say the school in El Paso. My guess would be they would play halfway in Midland, probably Midland or Odessa, because you got that's halfway, because El Paso is a 10-hour drive from here. It's another time zone.
So Matt, with Duncanville, is Duncanville not getting any game because they're not willing to travel, or team just flat out don't want to play them?
I think Duncanville is a little more willing to travel this time. I think it's just people don't want to play them because Duncanville is really good and they will physically beat you up. So people are hesitant to play Duncanville because they will physically kick your ass. Like, I mean, that's just being real, right? They will physically whip you. And I think a lot of people, especially if they're not very good up front, just don't want to do that game because they feel like they're going to come out of that game with a lot of injuries. But I'm of the opinion personally that injuries are going to happen, and sometimes when you try to avoid injuries, that's when they happen the most. So,
right,
that's my opinion personally, but that's kind of the logic behind. That's why, like, for a long when Euless Trinity was really good. If you remember back in the 2000s when Euless Trinity was really good, they had to play a game in Seattle.
Yeah,
because no one would play them because they didn't want to take that physical butt kicking that Trinity would give when Trinity was really rolling. It's the same thing in Duncanville. Their front play, all the skill guys get all the love, but really it's the front play that separates Duncanville. And it last year separated DeSoto because DeSoto was able to match up front. That's what separated those two teams from a lot of the rest of the state because of their front play.
Damn, these comments are funny.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I like LeBron. LeBron's all right,
man.
I like
Greg, you try to cause strife in the black community.
And I like LeBron. I mean, Whitey ain't always bad. I'm all right.
He's still mad you picked PNG.
Yeah, that was right.
He's still mad about
right.
But so I mean, I guess we'll just start right there, man. Let's start with the big dog. We'll start at 6A.
All right, hold up. Let me go 6A. I thought you were gonna go the other way, so I had to set up. But here we go.
All right.
Wait. Oh, okay. So in 6A, I'm gonna start with you, Willow. We got to start with the obvious, man. The District of Doom. I don't know how else you can just tell, what's your thoughts on it? I ain't got nothing to say. I want to know your thoughts.
Well, on 11-6A or just 6A in general?
No, 11-6A. We're gonna start with the District of Doom.
All right, so I think you have. I think that's a very, very, very interesting district, and for several reasons. I think when you're in a district like that, you kind of got to back off your preseason schedule, right? Mm-hmm. So I think a lot of teams in here are top heavy. Now, when you got DeSoto will be fine. They're on a different caliber. Duncanville will be fine. They're on a different caliber. I see that district coming down to the 4th spot being wide open. I think anybody that could take the 4th spot would have to be the guys who I think will be the contenders. Would be Lancaster, Skyline, and Mesquite Horn, and Waxahachie. I think when you look at that particular district, you have to look at those top 3. And the only reason why I say that is because Cedar Hill, DeSoto, and Duncanville all went 6A last year and had fourth round runs, right? The other good thing about this district is that you have the top 4 could potentially play each other again in the playoffs. You know what I mean? So I think you could get, whoever go big, whoever go small, they could end up playing each other again. I think Skyline is an interesting team because Skyline is seasoned. They've been in this district. They played in this district. They understand this district. I think for a team like Mesquite, I think they're going to be the bottom feeder. I think Mesquite is going to replace Lake Ridge. I don't see them coming in and doing any damage. I don't think that that's a place where you can succeed in this particular district. I think Mesquite Horn. I think Mesquite Horn has a defense that allowed them to play in this district, but I think it's going to come down to how good was that quarterback coach that you hired, because that's going to come down to the difference of whether or not you make that 4th spot or even compete for that 3rd spot. Lancaster, who are they? How are they going to respond? I mean, they have one of the toughest preseason schedules. So now you're taking that same schedule where you're playing North Crowley, Aledo, and Hebron, okay, but you're going to take those games and go into districts. Now you got to realize, am I going to be healthy enough to get through districts? You know what I mean? And I think that's going to be an issue that needs to be addressed. Is it too late to back out of those games? Can I find me a little more games that'll help me? Because your district is going to get you ready for playoffs. You don't have to worry about preseason games. Your preseason games are not going to, or you're not stopped. Well, you're in a district where from week 4 on down is preseason. I mean, not preseason, walkthrough, practice, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
He only went worse with it.
Right.
So when you're a team like Lancaster, you cannot go into this district with that tough of a schedule and think that you're going to come out of it healthy. You're going to be beat up. And then when you hop right into that district, you are hopping right into a gauntlet. Lancaster has the toughest schedule in all the state of Texas, or none. You know what I mean? I don't think their preseason prepares them for district. I think their district is going to prepare them for district. I mean, for the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's going to be interesting. And then when I think you look at, like I say, you look at Mesquite Horn, depending on their quarterback play, is going to make all the difference. And I just think overall we have an HBCU conference, SEC, whatever you want to call it, you know what I mean? And the dark horse, no pun intended, is Waxahachie. You don't know if that's going to be able to compete week in and week out in that particular district now that you have teams like, like last year, for example. Lancaster barely beat Skyline. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about those type of teams like that. Then you got Waxahachie, and you don't know if Hatchie is going to be. You would want to say going into it that the top four that made it last year make it this year, but you don't know because Lancaster is a good team. You don't know because you don't know what Mesquite Horn is going to do. Everybody else, I think, when you think of, and Skyline got better. I just think that at the end of the day, man, that 11-6A is probably one of the toughest districts in America. But I also think that you're going to get a lot of good coaches that's going to be sitting at home.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Matt, real quick, man, can you clear up this whole Atascocita Duncanville thing?
I really can't. I mean, it's one side of the story versus another side of the story. I was under the impression they were playing because I had talked to folks in Duncanville who said that if we're in an 18 district, they're in an 18 district, we're going to play week 3. Atascocita says something different. I wasn't there, so I can only take it at face value what Duncanville says and what Atascocita says. I wish they would have played, but it didn't work out. So hopefully we'll get Duncanville a third game here pretty soon. Maybe even playing in Duncanville. We'll see. I think it's a shame the game didn't happen, but stuff like that. Sometimes lines get crossed, and people, in all walks of life, communication didn't work out. So, it is what. I don't think Atascocita was ducking smoke because Atascocita plays good people all the time. So whatever it's not like they're playing a chump. They're playing Austin Westlake. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. I think. For me, what I look at is so early. I try not to look at districts from how they're going to shake out because so much can change between now and the start of the season. I try to look at things from a geographic standpoint when I look at realignment. And so personally, I tweeted about this. There are some changes I would make in the DFW area in 6A. Basically, if I was in charge looking at it like this, I would have taken the 3 Mansfields out of District 3 and put them in District 8 with the Arlington schools. I think that makes a better fit to me. And then I would have taken Trinity Bell and Haltom and put them back into District 3. And then I would have taken the Grand Prairie schools out of the Arlington district, put them in District 11, and then take the 2 Mesquite schools and put them in District 10. So I would shift the puzzle pieces around. I was talking to Coach Carr about this. You have to look at realignment, and there's puzzle pieces. And sometimes there's individual puzzle pieces, which are like schools like DeSoto, Cedar Hill, Little Elm, those one school towns, right? Those are your one puzzle pieces. But then you have like Grand Prairie. That's a 2 puzzle piece because Grand Prairie and South Grand Prairie have to go together, right? So if you take them out, you got to put 2 in because you're taking 2 out. Or like the Richardson schools. There's 4 Richardson schools. That's a big puzzle piece. They have to go together. So you have to move them on the chessboard together. You just can't take Pierce and stick them somewhere else. You got to take Pierce, Lake Highlands, Berkner, and Richardson. So I look at it like that in a lot of ways. So there's a few changes I would make. Geographically, Mesquite being in District 11 does make sense in a little bit of ways because Mesquite borders Pleasant Grove, and whereas Skyline, they're in Pleasant Grove. So they do border them. So I see it makes sense, but I always view Mesquite Horn as going out east with Rockwall and that kind of thing. So,
right.
But
right.
The last two realignments, the UIL didn't make a lot of changes in 6A. It was pretty much status quo. So I had a feeling going in that they were really going to shake it up because they hadn't shaken it up in a couple of years. And they shook it up a little bit, especially in Class 5A, which I'm sure we'll talk about here in a minute. So, for Mesquite Horn, I was texting with Coach Allen before the show started, and he's like, hey, we're ready. We're gonna shock a lot of people. We're ready. People are counting us out, and we're gonna – he was like, save this text, I'm telling you. And I said, all right. So, the great thing about it, and I know there's some, you have 7 black head coaches in this district, there's a good chance that 4 black head coaches make the playoffs, which I think from that kind of thing is a good thing. So it'll be one of those things that'll shake itself out. And, eventually you can't run from smoke forever. You're going to have to play good people. So you might as well play them early.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. I just think I'll say mine for last before we move on. Go ahead, B-Ryan. What do you think about this district?
Man, with this district, it actually got harder. Cause like you said, let's be real. My Manfield school, we ain't gonna bust no damn grapes. So this district actually got harder. I mean, it did, man. It got harder, man. But as far
if Horn lives up to what we think Horn could be, I think it did get, because I think Skyline's gonna be better, and so man. We need Horn to kind of live up to what we think Horn should be, right?
Right.
And what, Matt, and I look group, I'll say, man, I think Horn gonna get that 3rd or 4th spot. And unfortunately, man, I don't want to say who I think gonna miss the playoffs right now because it's still early. But man, it's gonna be 2 good teams that miss the playoffs.
Be right, though.
No, it's more than that.
I think it could be 2 or 3. I think there could be. I think this district is 7. Mesquite, I love you, Coach Harris. You my guy. Love the Skeeters, but those 1 through 7. There's going to be if everybody plays to their paper. I think there's going to be 5, 6, and 7. You take 5th, 6th, and 7th potentially in that district and put them in other districts. They could win a lot of other districts. And that's the unfortunate part.
Just keep them away from us. Just keep them away from Lake Reed. I don't care. Just leave them over there. We good.
Right. Let me ask you, Matt, this though.
What's up?
Let's be honest though. It's only 5 teams in that district. 6 teams in that district that made the playoffs last year.
Okay, 6 teams.
Just 5, yeah. It's just 5, yeah. Because Skyline, Horn, and Mesquite didn't make it.
No, Lancaster. Lancaster made it.
Yeah. Skyline, Horn, 5 out of the 8. Yeah, 5 out of the 8 made it.
Yeah. So there's going to be a team that made the playoffs last year that's not going to make the playoffs this year.
Yes.
Yep. Absolutely. And then if Horn lives up to what we think Horn could be, and I think we all agree Skyline is on the uptick. Like I think Skyline is going to be better than they made strides last year. I think they should be even better next year too.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm just gonna say, man, I think this district right here.
It's hard. It's tough.
I think it's gonna be teams that don't make the playoffs that probably win other districts.
Right.
Yep. Sure. I think that and I was talking to Courtney Jackson today. We was talking about this district. I was on my way home, and it's like every week is a playoff game. That's how it's gonna feel. Every week is gonna be a playoff game. Like there are no days off. You know what I'm saying? I know we were talking about Mesquite and stuff, but yeah, there are no days off, man. And I expect it's a fight to 2. It's a fight to 2 because we know Duncanville and DeSoto is gonna do what they do. I think the other 2 spots are up for grabs, and there's 5 fighting for 2, in my opinion.
Get your tiebreakers ready. I'm about to call whoever the DEC chair is and get my tiebreaker scenarios all laid out because.
No, for real. Crazy. And I mean, you're gonna see some teams in the playoffs possibly with 3 to 4 losses.
Yeah, you can have 3 or 4 teams tied for 2 playoff spots at the end because I think a lot of these teams are evenly matched.
Facts.
You know what? I got a question for you, Matt. You remember some years ago when Duncanville was in that district with Richardson? Whatever probably would have been a better scenario. This year is kind of the ease up on that district a little bit. As far as the competition, or you think it's just right for us keeping all those teams Yeah, no, it's a heavy district, man.
I
You
always
remember?
thought.
In fact, hold on, Matt.
Sure, sure.
I'm glad you segue. Good segue, because that's where I was going next with the districts. So before you
Yeah,
answer
what you
that,
think,
Matt,
man?
I can
Like,
let you answer that when I ask you
what, I mean, you think
about this.
like move one of them teams, kind of, one of them heavy hitters,
Yeah, I always thought it was weird those 2 years that Duncanville was in that district. It just I thought it was weird they were in that district because Duncanville and Richardson is not. It's a I know the DISD school. There was I think there was 2 or 3, like Molina and Skyline were in there too, and maybe even Sunset was in there.
Yeah, I remember that.
Which,
yeah,
this wasn't a really good district. So I kind of like geographically, Duncanville, Cedar Hill, DeSoto, Lancaster, Waxahachie should be together. The geography just makes too much sense there.
Yeah, it does.
Right.
If anything, it should have been Skyline. If anything, it should have been Skyline to me, and that's why I was going. That's why I was going to go, because I wanted to go to District 7.
I think Skyline
District
personally
7
would have made a better fit in District 7, but when you take Skyline out of District 11, now you're asking Duncanville and DeSoto to find a 4th non-district game. And that's a challenge, in and of itself for those guys. I'm sure DeSoto and Duncanville are very happy Skyline is in there because it's one less game they got to try to find. So, but I see your point. I think from a geography standpoint, Skyline makes a better fit in District 7. They're a floater; they could go anywhere. But it's Irving and Richardson it's kind of a weird pairing because again you got the 3 Irvings are tied together, the 4 Richardsons are tied together, and it's like a marriage, almost like a marriage of convenience for the UIL because they just just put these guys together because Richardson doesn't border Irving at all. So
right,
it's an interesting pairing, and it's been like that for 3. This is the 3rd realignment in a row it's happened.
Yeah, it's been long.
Yeah, I think Rickson Berkner probably won today, man. I just I'm happy for my man Trey, Coach Bryant over there. I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying. Berkner, I had to call him. I was talking to him. I said, now you can go from the 1 boy to a district champ. That's all you know.
I think low key a district that's pretty good that's not being talked about is District 5. Well, it's like Denton and Louisville together. That's going to be some good. You got Louisville, Denton, Geyer, Coppell in the same district. That's some good. And then Flower Mound, Marcus are always pretty good. That's a low key good district in District 5. That's a good district.
Yeah, man.
And Denton and Louisville haven't been together. I think Braswell's going to be better. I think with Coach Laster coming in, Coach Laster's wife is an Everman girl, so I always keep Braswell, kind of keep an eye on them. I grew up with Coach Laster's wife, so I know her well. Good people over there, and I think Denton Braswell in Laster's 2nd year at the full off season should be improved.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But we're gonna see. What about District 6, man? Is that McKinney district to lose, or is that Prosper? Is that Allen?
I think it's
that's
Allen.
a 19 district.
It's a 19 district. I think it's Allen's district to lose, man. Allen towards the end of last year was really playing good football. I think they're kind of reestablishing themselves as a pretty good team. You remember Allen gave North Crowley all they wanted in the 4th round last year, and they took North Crowley to the mat. I think Allen is going to be the team to beat. Prosper is always Prosper. You can't never count them out. I'll be interested to see how the transition is with McKinney to the new coach. I think they still have some talent that's there, and I think this is a good alignment for the Plano schools. I think we could see Plano East and make a move here, kind of like they're doing in basketball right now.
Well, that's definitely gonna make McDiz happy. He might get to dance again, man. I know he excited about that one.
Yeah, I think Dig. If I was a Plano East alum, I'd be very happy about this alignment. Personally, I think this is a good alignment for them.
So let's get a reality check, Coach Carr. What you think about that district?
About
District 6? Yeah, with Allen, McKinney Boyd, Plano East, Plano West, Princeton, Prosper, and Rockhead.
I think I think Allen and McKinney. Well, I think McKinney should be happy with a new coach coming in. But I don't know, man. I can honestly tell you that I'm not really sure, man. I think when you look at Allen, it's Allen districts to lose, right? I think that's what it is. Like it's an Allen team, and I think also it's too early to tell on that. More so from the standpoint, you don't know who's losing what when it comes to relocation and JMAC, right? You don't know how those teams are really going to shape out in the fall and in the spring, particularly after the spring, right? You don't really know. I don't think, when you look at that district can get weak in a lot of ways because of the hire at Lovejoy. That's what I think.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a nice district, but I don't think nobody in that district gonna make some noise other than Allen. Just my opinion. Just my what Pat, you and B Rod, y'all got anything on them districts we just mentioned? I'm looking for the other 6A.
Yeah, I say it's Prosper and Allen. Prosper is always gonna be there. But yeah, with the McKinney coaching change, that changes the dynamics to me.
Yeah, it's gonna be Allen and Prosper, the same two. It's gonna be a two-man race.
I do want to, I gotta hit my favorite schools. I'm disappointed, man. They put my LD Bell, man. I'm trying to get LD Bell to the playoffs.
Yeah, it's tough draw for Bell. Yeah, it's tough draw. Tough draw.
I'm trying to get them to the playoffs, man, but God, no. So,
they put Bell in that South Lake Care. They put Bell in that South Lake. I knew it.
Yeah. Tough draw for them Blue Raiders.
District 4, man. That's a tough draw. That's a tough. Hey, how do you feel, Matt, about the Northwest teams or whatever? Because I know in the past they made a little run, they made a little noise and stuff.
Yeah, I'm interested. Right? Byron Nelson lost a lot. They graduated real heavy. I think they'll still be good. I think Byron Nelson's still the best team in that school district, Northwest, Byron Nelson, and Eaton. I think they'll take a step back. I think Eaton will be a little bit better. Northwest coming up from 5A, it remains to be seen. I think they'll all be competitive, but I don't think you're going to have any great teams out of that pairing. Gotcha. Trinity brings back. I know this for a fact because I talked to Midland Legacy's head coach a little while ago about Trinity. Trinity brings back 10 starters on offense next year. Trinity is going to be a wagon on offense next year. Dang. And they were really good on offense last year. They can get their defense fixed. Watch out for Euless Trinity because they are going to be lethal on offense next year.
They got their quarterback and running back.
Yeah, they lose. They have 10 starters back. The only one they lose is their wide receiver who went. He signed with Hawaii. That's the only kid. That's the only starter losing is their receiver.
That's a tall kid.
Yeah, tall kid. Yeah, named Jarvis. His name is Jarvis. Yeah, he's gone to Hawaii. But the whole Trinity brings back all 5 starters on the offensive line. So just think about that.
But I ain't gonna lie, man. They couldn't stop a nosebleed.
That's where they got to get fixed. I think they have 6 or 7 back on defense. They got to get better on defense. The offense was not an issue for Trinity last year. It was on the defensive side of the ball.
Right. And District 3, the Fighting B Risers, I think that's a crowded district, man. Hopefully they scheduled that one. Did they schedule at the last game of the year, Coach Carl?
I didn't ask Coach Gates if they did the draw or not. I'm not sure if they've drew numbers
yet. They did
the
draw. Yeah, they did it because
I didn't ask.
North Carolina released their schedule.
Did they release the weeks or just the opponents?
Yeah,
there's the weeks.
No,
last game.
Yeah, they released the weeks.
Hopefully, it's the last game of the season.
It is.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad.
It
is week 11. Yeah, it's week 11. I'm looking at it now.
I like that because that's gonna be for district, and that's a rival. At that's a game the Dub need to be at if everybody take care of their business.
You ready to move to 5A?
Let's go to 5A D1. See what's going on. Anybody got any overall thoughts before we dig into it? Anybody get overall thoughts about 5A Division One?
I say we dig right into it. Let's go.
All right. I just want to know first out, how the hell do a district got 4 teams or 5 teams, whatever that is up there?
Well, do you want to travel to El Paso? I mean, that's just the reality of travel out in West Texas. El Paso is isolated, and if Parkland had not have opted up, they would have had 3 teams. And what would have had to happen is Lubbock and Amarillo would have been in with El Paso. And from Lubbock to El Paso, one way is 6.5 hours. One way.
Oh hell no.
So the El Paso Parkland did everybody a favor by opting up so they could have their own 4-team district in El Paso. I know it looks weird, but El Paso's so remote. El Paso's closer to LA than it is Dallas.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's how remote it is. It's out there. So there's nothing. The UIL has a real problem out there because of the travel. So it just is what it is.
So let me ask you this though, man. Why don't El Paso play in New Mexico?
Because they're in Texas.
I mean, I know, but geographically, right?
New Mexico don't want them because El Paso don't pay New Mexico taxes, school taxes. And El Paso, the people out there are very they don't like New Mexico. They're Texan. They are Texas. They represent. They don't want to be associated. I was talking on mute. El Paso, they're very proud to be from Texas. They don't like New Mexico, so they don't want no parts of play. They'll play them in non-district, but they don't really care for them. I think if to somebody from El Paso, they would be offended. If somebody said, "Hey, y'all go play in New Mexico," they're like, "No, we're from Texas. That's what we do."
So man, long story short, if Coach Carr suggested that to the El Paso people, it'll be all type of protests and riots.
They'd be mad, yeah. They'd be mad. We got to smooth it over a little bit, but it'd be all right. Coach Carr, we get this together.
It either be that or they got twice.
But it's just, I mean, if you've ever driven to El Paso, when you get out there past Odessa, going out there, there's a sign that says next gas station 130 miles. There ain't nothing for 130 miles.
I had to drive through there when I coached at Arizona Western. So driving back from Arizona, you go through El Paso and come back up, and it's nothing but mountains and desert.
Yeah, it's beautiful out there. Yeah, I think Lubbock would have been okay traveling to El Paso. I don't think Amarillo would have been, because Amarillo, it's 8 hours one way.
That's a lot. What about, how far is it from Brownsville?
No, Brownsville is the other side. It's 16, 17 hour drive.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You have to fly out there. So that's kind of why they have a 4-team district. But because there's a 4-team district, it puts a lot of pressure in the other districts. That it has a domino effect throughout the rest of the classification that you have to account for, because now you got to squeeze. So District 3 and District 7 are basically we just got to put whoever's left into these 2 districts because we don't have any space. That's why you see some of these weird alignments and things in District 3 and District 7. Me personally, I would have taken Highland Park out of District 7, put them into District 6, and taken the Mesquite schools and put them back in District 7. I think they make a better fit geographically. And I would take Lufkin. I actually did a breakdown of this. Lufkin should really be in District 9. To me, Lufkin, their travel fits a lot better in District 9 than it does in District 7, in my opinion.
Now, I was listening. Shout out to Grime Time. I was listening to Grime and Diggs, and they said you reported something about Lufkin appealing that.
Yeah, so Lufkin has they've already appealed with District 7. District 7 voted unanimous. They're like, hell, please go. We don't want you. The thing is, though, is District 9 has to have a majority vote to let them in. I don't think they're going to get a majority vote in District 9. So what's going to happen is the Lufkin's going to have to go to the UIL and appeal, and they're going to have to present the data, which the data says Lufkin has easier travel in District 9 than District 7. So it'll be interesting to see if the UIL, there is precedent. The UIL has made changes in the past on district alignment. So there is precedent there. So we may not know for a few weeks.
Okay. Well, it makes sense, man. Hopefully they get that, because I thought that district.
Because from Lufkin to Beaumont's not that far. It's like 111 miles. From Lufkin from Lufkin to like Cleburne is like 200 plus miles. Lufkin, I think, right now has 4 trips of 200 plus miles in the district they're in. Where in District 9, there's 0 trips of 200 miles or more.
Yeah, that's just wild. I thought that was wild. I don't know if that was something they just threw together and forgot to go back and
Right.
I think they felt like, oh, we're going to put Lufkin with Tyler because Lufkin and Tyler are both East Texas. But they forget Lufkin's an hour and a half from Tyler. Lufkin's not close to Tyler. It's an hour and a half. It's hard to get to Lufkin. It ain't close to nothing.
Yeah, that was crazy. Let's go to District 3, man. Well, just tell me what do you think about District 3? It's a 9-team district, which cost us the Alito sock game.
Oh, we got
Stock. That's a very
but we got Stock Longview. We got Stock Longview instead.
But we got Stock. I'd rather had a DeSoto Longview, but or I'd rather had a Stock Alito. I'm not interested in seeing Stock Longview, even though I think Stock get their lick back this year.
They could. I think they're going to Longview this year too. It's going to be in Longview. Yeah, I think this is a district that Alito and Denton Ryan are going to dominate. Richland, I think, will be in the mix as the solid number 3 team in this district, but it's an odd district from a geography standpoint, from Granbury all the way to Denton, but it's kind of a Western Fort Worth kind of type district. So, because really, if you took the Dentons out, where would you? The other thing about it is, if you took the Denton schools out, where would you put them? There's not really a good place to put them right now in this alignment. So. It's a tough district. I think Alito and Denton Ryan will dominate, but I think Richland and Birdville will probably be challenging for that 4th spot, or maybe Keller Fossil Ridge improves.
Yeah. Anybody else got an opinion on that district, Coach?
I have nothing.
Yeah. I mean,
I tell you what. I get a chance to see Alito in person when they come to Richland and Birdville. That's all I got.
Oh yeah, you good. You Gucci.
We gotta do a mic check to see if we got all the background noise.
Yeah, we gotta get some background on one of the mics.
Everybody hit mute and see.
I think that's Willow.
Yeah, that was Willow. We got to get Willow a new mic. Hey, we need GoFundMe.
You talking about my chimney board and his is bad.
Hey,
is that who?
Oh, is that my mic for real?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, your mic is real sensitive. It picks up everything.
I think the one district that I could see Denton going into that would fit better might be District 6 with Carrollton. Denton and Carrollton aren't that far from each other, but you'd have to take the Mesquites out and kind of do some wiggling around there. Even the Friscos, they might fit a little bit better, but then you got to do something with McKinney and Sherman. So it's just really tight because you got a 4-team district. I really wish, in a way, El Paso Parkland hadn't have opted up, and we'd have one more district to kind of play around with in the DFW area.
Do you think my man Boone make the playoff again?
Oh yeah, I think Newman Smith. If Newman Smith's looking at District 6, and they're like, man, we'll be all right. I can tell you that I think. Well, we discount West Mesquite and North Mesquite because they've struggled so much. But who in this district? West Mesquite and North Mesquite have been playing Longview, Lancaster, Tyler, McKinney North. Right. Nobody in this district is at that level at all. So I think West Mesquite, especially West Mesquite, will be able to compete with Newman Smith for the district championship. Like the teams that West Mesquite's been playing the past few years are at a completely different level than anyone in this district. So they'll fit in pretty nice in District 6. I think Newman Smith's still the favorite, but I could see West Mesquite getting the 2nd seed for sure.
Yes, sir.
I'll tell you what, man. I'm gonna be pulling for Molina. Molina is gonna be who I'm pulling for to make the playoffs because I just like the running back. They got 2 really good kids I like over there, and Coach Brew's a pretty cool cat. So that's my dog. I want to see him make the playoffs too, even though he's probably gonna be a one and done salute. But hey, man, let's just get there.
Already.
You try to say something, Coach? Try it again.
You still got feedback?
No, you
Sound
good
now.
No, you good, coach.
Hey, man, what about District 7? You know, I love the Red Oak program, and I swear, boy, they get put into some weird districts where they do a lot of traveling, and nothing changes here with this new district that they get put in. And then this is kind of a mixed match district as well. You got some up teams, some down teams, some middle of the road. So I mean, it's all over the place. This one.
Yeah, it's a leftover district. Kind of whoever's left just kind of throw them all together and like a pot of gumbo.
Right.
You know, I think, you know, Red Oak and Midlothian, even, you know, Red Oak, Midlothian, Cleburne, Burleson, that kind of makes sense because you're on that southern kind of, you know, Ellis and Johnson County kind of
287.
kind of makes sense. Yeah, Highway 67, you know, because getting from Midlothian to Cleburne and on Highway 67 is nothing. That's not a big deal.
Right.
So it's just when you get to the others, it's like, what do we do with these other schools that are left? We don't really have anywhere to put them. So, you know, it's one of those. Like I said, I think Lufkin's going to try to get out. That's why I thought Mesquite and North Mesquite made a better fit in this district than Highland Park personally, just because it's a little bit kind of, you stay on I-20 and kind of loop around 635 there to the Mesquite schools. It's a tough district. It's a good district though. I mean, Highland Park, we know about Highland Park. Red Oaks had some good years. Midlothian is always a solid team. Burleson Centennial, a solid playoff type team. I think Tyler last year played a lot of people really tough in that really good 7-5A Division I with Longview and Lancaster and Forney. Like Tyler played a lot of those teams really close. So I think Tyler in year 2 under former Oklahoma State wide receiver Rashawn Woods as their head coach, I think Tyler is going to be a playoff contender as well. And if Lufkin stays in this district, you have to think Lufkin's going to be a playoff contender as well, because even though they lose their running back going to Notre Dame, Lufkin has a lot of young talent in the pipeline. They're kind of trending in the right direction.
So you telling me they can opt out of this division?
Well, they can't opt out of the division, but they can appeal to the UIL for their district placement. So Lufkin wants to move to District 9 because of travel. They feel like, and it's valid, District 9 for Lufkin is closer travel across the board than District 7. So you can ask at the district level to get moved, but you have to have a majority vote from both districts. So District 7 has to vote to let you out. District 9 has to vote to let you in. If they don't do that, then Lufkin can appeal to the UIL and ask the UIL to reconsider their decision.
Yeah, and it's just moving a chess piece because District 9 has 7
exactly.
And District 7 has 8.
Exactly. So you would just move one team over, and District 7 will be a 7-team district.
Right.
Gotcha. How long do they have to do that? Because that's a big conflict with scheduling as well. Now you're going to have to get another.
Yeah, the UIL has a deadline for appealing on that. I believe they have 2 weeks to submit their formal appeal. And then the UIL usually has a hearing at the end of February to finalize everything. And then schedules are still tentative right now. Schedules can officially be, there's a date that I think the UIL has it in the football plan that you can actually sign contracts for games, non-district games. Obviously district games are a different deal, but non-district games, you can have contracts. I think after a certain date, they can be official.
Gotcha. All right, Coach Carr, we got to get that contract out.
Gotta make sure that get that thing.
Yes, sir.
Let's hit D2. See what's going on with 5A D2. I think we got some questions. I think this is kind of a much anticipated sort of district right here.
It's a good district. There's a lot. So
division.
Yeah, so in 5A D2, I said it in the Facebook group about a week ago. I said everything in 5A D2 is going to shift because El Paso lost a district. El Paso, you see they have a 9-team district there. They used to have 2 districts. But they had 3 schools drop to 4A. So you combine 2 districts into one, and then if you notice, there's no Fort Worth schools here because Fort Worth opted all their schools to Division 1. So that's why District 3 basically was the old District 5. Everything shifted over 2 districts. So that's kind of what you see, which is why District 3 and District 4 are in Region 2 because you lost 2 districts.
Makes sense.
For me, I think District 3 and District 4 make Region 1 a whole lot more interesting and a lot better because both those, I mean, you look at District 3, you got Argyle, Colleyville, the Colony, Summit, Timberview. My poor Everman Bulldogs who are probably going to struggle next year. That's a good district.
My God.
That's a really good district. District 3 is really good. And then you look at District 4. We got Anna. We got the Fighting Alonzos in there. We got Frisco Emerson. We got Melissa. We got Lovejoy. And let me tell you, Prosper Walnut Grove is going to be competitive right off the bat. Prosper Walnut Grove lost to Salina, I think, in a close game last year playing an outlaw schedule. Prosper Walnut Grove is going to come out of the box and be competitive for sure. And
that's
Denison,
a hell of a district.
Yeah, and Denison's no slouch. You know, you can't. It's not easy to go up to Denison and Munson Stadium and get a win. So that's a good district. District 4. It's not a bad. Those are 2 really deep districts, and I think those 2 districts are going to dominate Region 1. But keep an eye on Wichita Falls Memorial. And Lubbock Cooper should be good for one more year. Lubbock Cooper built a second high school, so a lot of their talent got split at the lower levels, but they should still have enough at the senior level to be pretty good. Lubbock Cooper gave Alito pretty good game in the playoffs last year in Division 1. Wichita Falls Memorial is basically all of old Wichita Falls Rider plus some kids from Hershey. So keep an eye on because Wichita Falls consolidated from 3 high schools to 2, and everybody up there thinks Memorial is going to be the team to watch.
Yeah, they said that's where they drew the line and made Memorial more of the football school.
Yes. Memorial is going to be pretty good.
Now, but let me ask you this, though, Matt. You're looking at that District 4, man. You got Anna, who's a state champion. Frisco Emerson, who's a state semifinalist. Lovejoy, 4th round. Melissa. Right? Where do you see that? Just how do you see Anna competing in that district? First year up 5A.
Yes.
Anna offensively is going to be really good. They bring a lot back on offense. They're going to have a 5A offense right off the bat. They lost a lot on defense. That's where my concerns are for Anna going into year 1 in 5A because defensively they're going to be real young. But Melissa lost a lot. Lovejoy lost a lot. Frisco Emerson lost a lot. So all those teams in that district lost a lot of talent from last year. So it'll be interesting to see how things shake out.
How do you feel? And this is the first time we really get a chance to ask you. How do you feel, man? What kind of difference do you think Todd Dodge gonna make in his first year at Lovejoy?
I think he's a really good coach, but I don't think he's going to make a huge difference. If you look at his stops, even when he went to Southlake and Westlake, year 1 they were kind of par for the course, just kind of about the same. You saw the big jump in his teams in year 2. That's when you saw it. So I don't know if year 1 you're going to see a huge. I mean, Lovejoy's still going to be good because they're not sorry. They've never been sorry, but I don't think you're going to see that big jump from Lovejoy maybe until year 2. In my opinion.
That's disappointing.
I mean, he's a good coach, but he's also not a miracle worker. You know, he's got to put his pants on just like he's a good coach and he'll do a good job. But you look at his track record, he doesn't go into a place and in year 1 they go off and win a state championship. It takes time to kind of build things and get your things established. The good thing is he's getting into off season early. He got there, February, he got there on Monday, so he got there in January. But I think it's going to take some time to build things. And they lost a lot. They really did. They lost some good players.
Now, I got a question on District 5, man. I mean, of course, we know SOC. Now, is District 5 playing District 6 in the first round?
Yes, they play District 6 in the first round.
I'm trying to figure out how we can get Seagoville out of the one and done boys, so Coach Jack can come back on the show. He been ducking the smoke. we try to get Jack back on the show.
My guy Jack.
And I'm looking.
Shout out Jack. I saw him today.
No, that's my guy, though, man. Shout out to Coach Jack, man. But I do want you out to one and done, boy. Ain't no doubt about that. But I'm looking. I don't see can they split 2 and 2 between 5 and 6?
I think there's a chance. I mean, obviously Midlothian Heritage is going to be. They're always strong. I think Ennis is the one to watch out for. Ennis is kind of that swing team, I think. But after that, I don't feel like anyone. Terrell's okay. Kaufman's okay. But they're moving up from 4A. Crandall's been okay. So I mean, those are all decent teams. But I think the second place team from District 5 has a really good chance to win.
Me too.
Against the third place. I think you could see a 2-2 split. I think that's more than. I think that's a 50. That's a toss up in my opinion. I think District 5 could get 2 wins.
Yeah. So we don't have no faith in Woodrow then, right?
Damn.
I think Woodrow and Seagoville will probably. Woodrow last year was really beat up. When I went to that Seagoville game, and Woodrow's quarterback had like a boot on, and he was basically playing with the cast on one arm, and he had his other ankle heavily taped because he sprained it and couldn't move around. And like they had like 4 or 5 receivers that were hurt. They were pretty beat up towards the end of the year. Man, Woodrow always puts a good product out there. Coach Fish does a good job. But I think Seagoville, for me right now, on February 1st, I would pick Seagoville to finish second.
Yeah.
Shout out Coach Bryce.
I can see that. You know what? I would say this, though. You pretty much, in that district, man, like, Woodrow, you really can't count Woodrow out. Woodrow's always going to find a way to be in it.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I don't necessarily see that district. But, yeah, I can see them going 2-2.
Yeah. Where B-Roz go? We lose B-Roz, we come back.
Batman out.
Well, and that's the thing, though, man. Like, that particular district, man, shoot. That's why you play the schedule you play in the 3 season.
Yes, for sure.
Absolutely.
Now the biggest question is, obviously, is why is P&G in Region 2?
Yeah, so where I talked about the shifting, right? We shifted everything over. To me, I don't think that district makes a good fit in Region 2. I would flip District 8 and District 10. I think District 10 is a better fit in Region 2 than District 8.
Yeah, that's common sense.
Yeah. It just seems like it's a better fit to me, personally. So
right,
it is what it is. I mean, I don't agree with it, but this District 8, this is basically in Division 1 last time. Remember, we had Port Arthur and LaPorte in Region 2 in Division 1 last time. Well, now we're just getting it in Division 2 this time. But if it were me doing a realignment, I don't disagree with that district. I think that district makes sense geographically. I just think I would flip them into Region 3 to match up with District 9 and by district, because that travel makes a lot more sense between District 8 and District 9 than District 10. I think District 10 should be where District 8 is. I think with Waco's really close to Dallas, but it's also close to East Texas. So you can get from Waco to Tyler in an hour and a half on Highway 31.
So no conspiracy theories, basically. No conspiracy theories.
I mean, look, I'm not saying it's not a conspiracy theory, but I mean, I'm saying if I was doing the alignment, I wouldn't do it that way. I would do it. I would have District 8 where District 10 is and flip it around. Now, whether there was a conspiracy theory or the UIL computer said it, I'm not there. I'm not gonna, speak on what I'm not physically present for. But if it were me doing it, that's how I would do it. I'll just put it that way. But yeah, but it makes Region 2 super interesting because not only do you have P&G, Montgomery Lake Creek is a 12-1 team with one of the best running backs in the state, and Tyvon Byers, who's going to be, I think he's a 2025 kid. He'll be a senior next year. He's a great player. Huntsville is on the come up. Huntsville always got some dogs, and so I think this is going to be a good district to add into Region 2 where you already have Texas High. In South Oak Cliff and Midlothian Heritage. So I think it makes the fun thing was going to be now is if we hypothetically got a South Oak Cliff P&G game
before
in a regional final, it'd be a regional final. They'd have to find a neutral site to play. Where would they play that game at? It's looking way ahead, but I'm like, where would they play that game? What's a good neutral site? And so
probably
I've already got that. I've already given that information to the appropriate parties, and so they can take that information and use it as they need it, as they see fit if the time comes. But they have that information.
Now one conspiracy theory is this almost guarantees Liberty Hill a spot in the state championship while
Right.
everybody else is each other.
Does it?
I'm looking at it. I'll be honest with you, Matt. You know, I keep it real, and I don't want to put you on the spot, and you can always say no comment, but in the words of B. Rise, I don't. Dinner.
Look,
3 and 4 is horrible.
We got Fort Bend Marshall.
Nobody.
I know you're not a big believer in Fort Bend Marshall, which they had the last 2 years. They haven't given us a lot of reason. Watch out for Richmond Randall. Richmond Randall is in their 3rd varsity season this year. They went 11-2 last year. They bring back a ton. They had a freshman running back last year who is the truth. He's probably the number 1 running back in the class of, is that 2028? God,
damn,
we are getting old. This kid,
I know.
They got a freshman running back last year who is he's going to have Alabama, Michigan, every big school in the country. Richmond Randall, they pulled from George Ranch and Fulshire. And I know if you're a Lake Ridge fan, you remember what George Ranch did to Lake Ridge in 2015. Like, they got athletes down there. They got dudes. Keep an eye on Richmond Randall. That's the new on the come up. That's basically the equivalent of Frisco Emerson down in Houston. They're a school on the come up. Watch out for Richmond Randall. And Iowa Colony. Hey, Iowa Colony's also in year 3. Iowa Colony went 11-2 last year. Do you know what 2 schools Iowa Colony's pulling from?
Where is that?
Shadow Creek and Manville.
Oh.
Ooh.
Man,
so
look.
Iowa Colony is not going to be a team to be messed with as well. So there's some good teams in Region 3 still. Liberty Hill's not going to have a cakewalk by any means because that District 9 has got some good teams.
I'll be honest with you, man. I just still don't see it, man.
You don't see it, Jay?
Hey, man, I'm gonna keep it real now. I understand we Matt is giving us a glimmer of hope for Region 3.
Also, Liberty Hill opened up a second high school. Liberty Hill opened up a second high school too. So some of their talent's getting pulled away. They opened up a second high school. It opens next year.
So Matt, you don't got no faith in them San Antonio schools?
Nah, it's San Antonio ISD. Hell no. No. Not those San Antonio schools. I have some faith in other San Antonio schools in Region 4, but not in Region 3. Not San Antonio ISD. No, that's worse than Fort Worth ISD football.
Man, what about the powerhouse that play DeSoto? Corpus Christi, Miller. They're supposed to be a powerhouse over there in Region 4.
They're a good team. They're a good team. I think they went 13-1 last year, but they're a 5A Division II school, basically. If Corpus Christi Miller and shout out to Corpus Christi Miller for taking on the competition, they know they need to get better, and that this is kind of what. But DeSoto's gonna have the backups in the second quarter of that game, in my opinion. So that's just what it is.
But I don't understand. Like DeSoto fan be trying to. I don't be understanding DeSoto people, man. They be trying to troll other folks, and you out here playing Corpus Christi 5A D2 team. Like, chill, bro.
Yeah, this will be a game that DeSoto gets everybody in the game. Everybody feels good, happy. It'll be. If it's not, I'll be worried about DeSoto. Put it that way.
Yeah, we'll have some third stringers getting scholarships off this game.
So it'll be a nice little road trip. You can stop. You can go down to San Marcos. Go to the game. I think they're going to play in San Marcos, I believe.
Okay.
Remember I tweeted that. Remember I put that in the Facebook group, J-Mac, that DeSoto was going to fly south. So that's what I was talking about.
Once you said fly south, who the hell if they flying over Houston, Galveston Ball is the last decent team once you go inside.
So the DeSoto fans can go down to San Marcos, go watch DeSoto win big, and then stop at the outlets, and then come on back.
Go right past Austin. Yes, sir.
Just go around Austin on the tollway. Yeah.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
Yeah, it's just crazy. But okay, well, what's up with 4A, man? We don't have too much on 4A, so we can keep pushing.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot for me that surprised me in 4A. I think, we got all the DISD schools together.
I like that.
Now, by district is not going to be easy though. You look at the district next to them. You got Frisco Panther Creek, Salina, Aubrey, Lake Dallas dropping down from 5A. That's a playoff team from 5A. Sulphur Springs is always good. Paris is usually good. It's tough by-district matchups, man. Like I know everybody has high hopes for Kimball. Man, Kimball, if they win the district, they're going to have a tough first-round game. That's a good district in District 7.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
It is.
Yeah. So what we looking at? We said 2-2 on the 5A. What we looking at on
went
this?
up. Did
I
they
didn't-
go up to 5A?
They're 4A. Oh, they're still 4A.
They didn't go up.
Nope. They're 4A still. Panther Creek is going to be a prop. In my opinion, right now, Panther Creek is a top 5 team in the state in 4A Division 1.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Trickett back, and then you got Jalen Lott, who J-Macked over from Lovejoy over to Panther Creek. Panther Creek, nobody in Class 4A is going to have the DBs, I think, to play, Trickett and Lott one-on-one. You better not cover. I know Trickett. If you cover him one-on-one, you're asking for it you're asking for it. And Jalen Lott is just good.
The ball.
I talked to one of their coaches at the coaches clinic, and he said they had a young guy that they've been grooming that they think is ready to take the next step. So we'll see.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I didn't see that one coming. I could have swore Panther Creek was going up to 5A.
No, they're still 4A. Panther Creek and Salina, Sulphur Springs, Lake Dallas. I mean, Lake Dallas was a good 5A team last year. Now they're dropping in from 4A. That makes that district tough.
But Paris
I'm
is
gonna
Paris
be
still.
honest, man. I could be the quarterback with Jalen Lott and Trickett at my round wide receiver. And the big running back. I mean, good Lord.
Yeah, Centel Simpson. Yeah. Coach Carr, I think Paris is going to be a good team. They're decent. Paris has always got good athletes, got good, tough East Texas kids. They're always going to be a good team. And Sulphur Springs has done a good job the last couple of years. Sulphur Springs, if Paris can get a couple of things together, I think they'll be better than Sulphur Springs because they're a little more physical than Sulphur Springs is. And Aubrey's moving up from Division 1 to Division 2. Aubrey has been a deep playoff team in Division 2 the last 2 years. We're talking 3 rounds. I mean, Aubrey lost to Gilmer last year in the playoffs. I believe they lost to Gilmer. Like, they're a good team. They don't overlook Aubrey either.
I think
shout out to D Money.
Yeah, man, but that's a lot of traveling, right, Matt?
Yeah, it's kind of that north district there, all the way to Paris is kind of the outlier. Paris and Sulphur Springs are kind of the outliers. There's a little bit of travel in this district, in District 7.
Yeah. I think he said, listen, we ain't finna send y'all all over the world to get your ass beat. We're going to do it.
I gotta get your opinion on that because I actually like District 8. I actually think that's a very competitive district.
It is. It's a good competitive district. I think there'll be a lot of good. I think Kimball and Carter are the 2 teams to beat. We'll see about Wilmer Hutchins and losing a lot to graduation. I think Conrad is going to be right in the mix for a playoff spot. Man, I think Coach Ragsdale's done a great job there at Conrad. They bring a lot of guys back. I think that they should fall right in to challenge for that 4th spot, along with Pink. I think Conrad and Pinkston will probably be the 2 teams. Maybe Lincoln. We'll see. Lincoln's had some struggles, but maybe Lincoln. Those are the 3 teams I think I could see in that mix for the 4th spot.
Lincoln got
and I'm calling it right now. I'm calling it right here. Roosevelt didn't hire Coach Carr, so they won't win a game next year.
Who?
Again.
Hey, shout out to the Roosevelt coach. I just met him today from Duncanville.
He's a good dude. Coach Garrett's a good guy.
You don't do a great job.
Hey, all right, where's the hope in District 5 for Fort Worth? What we looking at? I want to show Fort Worth.
We're hoping for 3rd. That's what that's the hope. You're not gonna beat Decatur or Springtown, not in that district.
Man,
so you playing for 3rd, in my opinion. That's just reality.
All right, we're going 4A D2. J Mac, you ready?
Yeah, that's pretty much. Hold on, let me look at the rest of these. How do you think Brentwood gonna do? Because my man Trey Moser did transfer out there. How they gonna do?
I think that district is between Brownwood and Stephenville. I think those 2 are going to be the top dogs in that district in Region 1 as well. I think those two have a chance to go play each other in Region 1 for the championship.
And I got Philip Tanner. He got a chance to make the playoffs this year, right?
Yeah, I think Eastern Hills, if I had to guess right now, I would say Eastern Hills and Southwest are the two teams that should get 3rd and 4th in District 5.
Yes, sir. So you get to build that program.
Yep.
Got it. All right, so we're ready, J-Mac?
Yeah, we're ready.
All right.
For me, not a ton of surprises here. I'm excited to see Fort Worth Dunbar drop down. I think they had a pretty decent team last year. Fort Worth Dunbar gave La Vega a really good game in the first round of the playoffs last year. Keep an eye on the boys from Stop 6. I think they have a chance to maybe get – I don't think they'll beat Glen Rose. Glen Rose is really good, back-to-back state semifinalist. But I think Dunbar could get 2nd in District 4 and potentially win a first-round playoff game. You need to avoid in District 3. You don't want to play Graham and you don't want to play Brock in the first round of the playoffs. You want to get 2nd place and avoid those two.
Yeah. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, because I think that Region 1, they got a chance to make it to the semifinals. I don't think nobody's going to be – I think Carthage is going to be on a rampage. Is coming up.
Yeah. Carthage in Region 2 is probably going to be. If they can find some games, man. Carthage doesn't have. I talked to Coach Surratt today. They have a week 1, a week 5, and possibly a week 6. They don't have anything to. They need to find 2 weeks, 2, 3, and 4. They need to find 2 games. They're looking at Louisiana now. So, but Carthage will go to Louisiana and play. They don't care.
Coach Carr might need to make something happen.
So, don't nobody want to play Carthage?
Because they a 4A school and they'll probably that's about it. Well, yeah,
hey,
I don't think Duncanville will play Carthage because they're a 4A school. Like there's nothing for them to gain, from a weight. And plus the sub varsities wouldn't be. I just don't think Duncanville would do it. I don't think they would. And I'm not gonna say stoop to that level, but it's just tough. I don't think they would do it.
I don't see no 6A teams playing a 4A team. Even your lower level 6A teams won't play them because they got more to lose.
Yeah, I mean, Duncanville's got 4,000 kids in the school. Carthage has 700 kids. Like that's a lot. That's a lot. Duncanville's 6 times bigger than Carthage.
But District 7 though, J-Mac, Pat, and Matt, you got Pleasant Grove in there and Gilmer.
Yeah. Now, Pleasant Grove got hit real hard by graduation. I think they signed 6 Division I players.
Pleasant Grove, they receiver.
The quarterback that went to Arkansas, the running back, both running backs graduated. The big D lineman.
Got a bad linebacker tight end though.
The linebackers, the D lineman's back. He's going. The one that's committed to Texas, he's back. But most of their other skill kids graduated. So Gilmer lost a lot too from their team. So. It'll be interesting. So yeah.
Shout out to the Fighting Lamars make the playoffs. The Fighting Lamars.
I think Ferris can get in the playoffs. I think Sunnyvale's the team to beat in District 6, but I think Ferris can sneak in there and get one of them spots.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. I just want to go to Life Oak Cliff and Madison District. We'll go through 3A. What's that? They what? D1 or D2?
They're D1. 3A D1.
Boom.
Okay. Let's go there. There you go.
I think I think Pottsboro and Whitesboro, the 2 teams to really those are the 2 bet. Pottsboro's been a pretty good team for the past few years. Whitesboro has as well. Pilot Point really struggled last year. Palmer's moving up from Division 2 to Division 1. They've been pretty good. But I think Madison and Life Oak Cliff have a chance to challenge for possibly 3rd or 4th in this district next year.
All right.
I know Life Oak Cliff has some young kids coming, but they're still young, and a lot of times, especially when you look at charter schools, sometimes the front play lacks. And I want to see what Life Oak Cliff has on the fronts. The skill kids can do a lot of work, but you got to have front play, especially when the weather gets cold.
No doubt. Where did Trinity go to? Trinity City Hill?
They're in 3A D2. They're in there with like Scurry, Rosser, and Rice.
Yeah, dog. We pushing it now. I ain't gonna lie.
Look. I was just wondering. I didn't even pull up that graphic. I did pull up this graphic because I knew we had Life Oak Cliff in it.
I mean, I was cool with Life Oak Cliff because we just had Coach O. But
yeah, my guy Welton, man, congratulations to Coach Johnson. He told me we'll probably see Life Oak Cliff this summer playing in some 7-on-7 state qualifying tournaments. So maybe see what they can do.
Hey, man, speaking of the small schools, and probably nobody knows who this school is, but did Ovilla Christian go 11-man this year? I know they were 6-man last year, talking about going up to 11-man.
They're a private school, so they're not in the UIL, so I don't know what their alignments or
I know they were private. I was just trying to figure out that for them.
I haven't heard anything on them. I don't the church ball, I don't follow it as much. So
Hey, what you think about District 8 though? With Atlanta, Gladewater, Justin Tatum, Liberty Ilo, White Oak. What do you think about them?
Jefferson is going to be pretty strong next year. I think Jefferson is going to be the team to beat next year with Liberty Ilo dropping down from 4A, being the second seed. Both Jefferson and Liberty Ilo have new coaches, but I think both of them are going to be improved next year. Jefferson especially. Jefferson's got a lot of talent. They got a lot of guys back.
What about Atlanta? They're not any good this year.
They're okay. They're not what they used to be. Man, I can remember a time in Atlanta would win state track meet every year. They had all these quarter milers that could run. Their mascot is the Rabbits, which is ironic, but they'll be good. I just don't think they're a notch below Jefferson and Liberty Ilo.
Yeah, that's what I'm from, man.
In District 7, man, we got Malakoff in there, man. They are loaded next year with that guy Mike Jones at quarterback. Malakoff, defending state champs, should be pretty good. 281-330-8004. Call him up.
Already. E-Block, baby, in the building.
E-Block.
All right. Y'all have a good night. Appreciate y'all having me on. J-Mac, I told you I'd give you 30 minutes, man. I gave you an hour and a half, man. I just can't, it is what it is. When I start talking about ball, I just can't stop. So appreciate y'all having me on.
I do it, man. I apologize. Just add it on to the wings, man.
Is Todd coming on tonight, or is Todd gonna come on Sunday night?
I think Todd might be tired, man. Todd just
it was a long day, man. Todd was at Birdville like at 8:30, man. He probably had to get up like at 7 to get over there with traffic and stuff. It's been a long
right.
I'd take a nap. Willow called me this afternoon. I was taking a nap, man. I'd take me a little nap.
Hey, when you hit me back, I was taking a nap.
Yeah, man, it's a long day. That realignment to get you. It's a long day. So I appreciate y'all having me on.
No, we appreciate you,
sir.
man.
Appreciate you, man.
We'll talk to y'all later.
Yes, sir.
All right.
I know Todd probably tired. Him and Grimes was going pretty hard. That was hilarious to me. I ain't gonna lie. That was fun. They always
check it out.
Show. Yeah, they always put on the show. They did a good job.
I'm gonna drop a quick.
You gotta drop a commercial or something?
I'm gonna drop a quick interview commercial. We'll come back and we'll do whatever you want to do and close it out. All right.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up.
All right, this is Pat Botees reporting live for the Dub with Coach Bryant. BRYANT High School. Man, what was your thoughts about the realignment and stuff?
Man, it's kind of what I thought. They put us back with the urban schools, and they kept Jesuit in there. Dallas Morning News said it was going to be just us and urban. They took Jesuit out, but I kind of feel like we're going to get Jesuit. So we basically got the same district, just without Highland Park.
Gotcha. And I talked to Jay Mack. He's at work, and he was telling me that he felt like that this is your district to win now.
Man, it's still, the Richardson schools, all the other Richardson schools still tough. Urban still be having players. You'll be surprised. Like, don't let them records fool you with everybody in the district. So, I am going into year 4. Finally, want to say we want to go win district champs. So we ain't breaking it out, just trying to make it to the playoffs no more. Going into year 4, we trying to win district.
And I say winning district is how you avoid the one and done boys, right?
Man, that's how we avoid the one and done boys. And I got to take it though until I get it. Now, when I do win that game, I'm going to holler at you now.
Yeah, come on, at us. We got you, bro.
Nah, for real.
All right, Pat Botees reporting live. Richardson BERKNER in the building.
Already.
I couldn't even talk.
He should come holler at us, man. I mean, he been one and done for a minute. We try to get him out the band.
No doubt. And you know what? You was trying to retire the one and done. And I actually asked him about that. And he's like, nah, don't retire that. You got to put that pressure on these guys and stuff. We got to be thick skinned out here.
It sounds good until cats like don't want to fool with us. Like it sounds good to say that. It sounds good to say that until people don't want to fool with you. Then it's like, oh damn.
Well, it'd be the same ones that got to find still looking for a game.
Damn.
So, you know what I mean? But hey, listen though, man, don't retire the one and done. It's really a thing. I keep telling you that. You trying to please everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? A true leader ain't gonna please everybody. It's gonna be people pissed off. And if they mad, then don't be a one and done. It's simple.
Well, I mean, that's really how it goes. But the problem is, we're not dealing with me and you. Like, you see it like that. You know what I'm saying? Even our man, Coach BRYANT, said it like that. He like, yeah, keep saying it, because we gonna get out of it. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get out of it.
Eventually.
You know what I'm saying? We gonna get out of it. But everybody else don't see it like that.
Coach, I sat there and I picked up the phone. I picked up the phone, and they put the numbers on. They put every coach number on the board, right? And then not on the board. They put it on the screen. They put it on the big screen. And so if you need a week 2, it'll have week 2 on the screen, right? The problem with
I need that T-shirt ASAP. I need that T-shirt ASAP.
Is so I was calling people, J-Mac, like literally, like if you needed a week 2 and somebody needs a week 2, and I was like, we can get y'all in the classes. I'm calling. I'll go, hey coach, this is North Crowley. Look for week 2. I'll call you back.
No, for real. It was going down just like that.
Hey, Bonner came over there and talked to me, man. He was so hot. He was like, we can't find a week 1. We can't find a week 3. You know what I'm saying? Like being a team like that has to be demoralizing. You know what I'm saying? Like to be so good that nobody wants to play you.
Bro, I'm gonna give you the perfect example. We had a team in our league a couple of years ago that was so damn good that it was like hard to schedule their games. You know what I'm saying? It was an age period, and it was just hard to get somebody to play them. Like we filled in whatever part of the schedule we needed to, and they still had holes in the schedule, and we could not get nobody in the city to mess with it. As much noise as they talk online.
Yeah.
Hey man. And one thing I'm learning about this high school stuff, and I love it. I love what we do. I love where we going. I love what we undone. But just like life, everybody ain't trill.
No.
Everybody ain't trill.
No.
Like,
Listen. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. Go ahead. Go ahead and finish that.
No. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying everybody ain't trill, man. Like everybody don't see it the trill way. Like now, I do believe you gotta be smart. Like if Apostle Paul was listening to me right now, or anybody in 11-6A, I'm telling all them cats, hey dude, don't schedule no hard pre-district. You don't need it. I need you to go down there and schedule them Corporate Christian team and them El Paso team.
Right.
You just need to be healthy when you make it a district. Period.
Right.
And you need to win, because think about it, man. And I don't wish bad on nobody, but 2-8, 3-7 get you 5.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing, like you literally, if you're a school like Lancaster, and I'm just saying Lancaster because their schedule is one of the toughest in America. It's like you literally could start going into district 0-4 or 1-3. You know what I'm saying? Or 1-2. You know what I mean? And usually probably playing Roosevelt, Life, Oak Cliff.
But no, on the cool.
You need to be getting wins. You know what I mean? Because because this is your first time in 6A. So once that happens, there are going to be people who just going to want to demoralize you simply because you 5A moving up to 6A.
Right.
And they don't want to be the team to lose to.
And Nick Ward was there. He was kind of giving those same sentiments. It was like, we were trying to find him some matchups, and he didn't want. He's like, bruh, our district, I don't need nothing tough right now. I just need some games. I need 8 games. Look, we got to build these. We got to build these kids up the district. We got to stack some wins up, so when we go to district 3-0, we got confidence going into that game. Like you said, you can't go in there 1-2.
And think about it like this, right? So it was funny. We were sitting there talking, and Ward was talking to the OC at Rockwall. So we were sitting there talking, and so we go, "Hey man," he goes, "Yeah man, we gonna get North Crowley," and we was like, "Yeah man, we had Bonner on the show," and we was like, "Yeah, y'all need to stop playing teams. Y'all need to start playing teams that you lose to in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing the people that look like you, because that's not who you're losing to. You know what I'm saying? And big kudos to them. They stepped up. You know what I'm saying? And so it was funny because Jack was standing there, and John Tyler walked by and said, "Hey man, looking for a week 3." And Jack was like, "Man, I need a week 3." And I said, "Hey Jack, what's up, man? You down?" He said, "Yeah, I'm down." I pulled my man to the side. Said, "Hey man, come on, let's make this game happen." He said, "Let me go talk to my coach." Went back over to his coach, told us to come over there. Boom, it happened. The conversation was, "Hey, we both young. Cool. Gonna be a good game. Can we come up there?" Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So there are teams that you play because you have to play them because your schedule's not as tough. So Jack has to play a team like a Tyler. You know what I'm saying? Even though they're not a tradition, they're not Tyler like it used to be. But from the experience of playing a big-time program, they have to play that game, right? Because now that game prepares them for whoever they may see in that first round of the playoffs, like we was talking about. Like Carter, for an example. I told Carter, man, y'all need to play Texas High. You know what I'm saying? And it was one of them things where, okay, but now they're playing Longview Pine, whatever. The second school in Longview.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's games that don't get you prepared for where you want to go. And if you start, this alignment showed me a lot that there are guys, like you say, J-Mac, that ain't trill. It's a lot of guys that run from smoke. It's a lot of guys that talk like they want it. But when it came pen to pad, they didn't want that smoke, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's not going, it doesn't benefit them. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you tell the people who playing people just to keep their job, hey, we keep it. We go 7-4, and Red Oak was ducking so much stuff that they didn't have a choice. They didn't have a choice. Pat, how many times were we trying to get Red Oak to play different people? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I remember that. I remember that. But I will say this. In Red Oak defense. And I think me and J-Mac talked about this on the phone when we was relaying this to another team. Bro, when you look at your district and your district is crazy, you can't really take some of them games. You got to kind of ease your way into that schedule.
Okay, but you're going 10-0 in district.
No, they're not.
Well, that was the last district. This is a new
district. That was the last district.
But they still got that same mentality. You know what I'm saying?
They might not have that same depth. Now, one thing I do know about Red Oak, their depth is gonna be young.
But what I'm saying, J-Mac, is that they have that same mentality to set their. They're not, I don't know if they're looking at depth because they had to end up playing Cedar Hill. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have to play Cedar Hill.
Is that what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that's who they ended up having to play. I want to say that's who their game was Cedar Hill. I think Cedar Hill and Red Oak gonna play each other.
Huh? Okay,
that's a good game.
That's a good game. That ain't just no smoke.
That game had to happen because it wasn't nobody else for them to play.
So they game by default.
They play life on
Basically.
cliff.
Not
They
yeah.
could play
Now I
life
will.
Waxahachie.
Shit, cuz. What you getting out of that game? You know what I'm saying? That's one of them games like we playing life Waxahachie. What's it gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like that ain't gonna help you do nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's a stat game. You know what I'm saying? And yes, they are an addition that's tough. But Red Oak, if you are a team that has all this talent, how tough is that district?
Well, because they just lost their best player to SOC.
Huh? Yeah, they just lost their best player to SOC.
They lost their best defensive player to SOC, right?
Right.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to. I think you have to look at where you're in your program and what your district look like. I think you do have to take that into consideration because SOC, I promise you, SOC wouldn't be playing these 3 games if their district was somewhat tough.
Right. I mean, yeah, that's obvious. But who did Red Oak lose to in the playoffs? Alito, right?
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Was that round 2?
That was round 3.
4.
3 or 4. Yeah. They went on a little run.
It was 3 or 4.
3. It was 3, right? Because they had just beat Centennial.
Yeah. And they
beat Midlothian, I think, week 1.
Yeah. Okay, so now that's what I'm saying. You have to start, if you're going to the 3rd round, you have to schedule a team that looks like Alito. Because that's who's beating you.
I think Highland Park looks like Alito on their schedule.
Highland Park does not look like Alito. Nobody looks like Alito but Alito.
No, I get what you're saying, but I'm saying size wise and they're gonna bring it every time. Highland Park will give you a good look. You ain't gonna find too many Alitos on your schedule unless you're playing long.
Right. You can play an Alito. I mean, Highland Park is good in Highland Park. Outside of Highland Park, it's a toss-up.
But you know what, Coach? But it's believable because we asked Coach about playing Leicester, and he didn't really want that game. He was like, he was being evasive. When we asked about a Leicester game, he was being pretty evasive with that. So, I mean, what you're saying makes sense.
Yeah. So, do you think? So, who is that team they should be taking on? Is it a Lancaster? Is that 9-8 Lancaster 6-8 now?
I think I got to see the schedule come out. Let's wait till the schedule come out before we can see. I got to see the schedule before I can judge it. You know what I'm saying? But I do believe, like I said, like I see what's her name? Shout out to Muriel, Pretty Black Wilkerson. She's a BERKNER mom. Like BERKNER should schedule the dogs, right? Like they should schedule really hard teams because they only. I mean, let's just be honest. If they who we think they are, their toughest game is gonna be Justwood and Lake Highland.
Yeah.
And neither one of them is gonna get you state championship ready.
Nah.
You see what I'm saying? So they should be scheduling all the smoke. And to their defense, y'all see the schedule when it come out. They got some smoke on they preseason. They got some smoke. I'm telling you, they do. You know, I know they got Horn, which they got. I think they got Skyline and somebody. I can't name the other team because they told me not to say until they release it. Now, if whatchamacallit already released it, I'll say it. But they got a good team. They got a pretty decent pre-district, which they really could have went for broke. And that's one thing when we get Coach Bryant on the show, we'll ask, did they really try to push it? Like, I feel like if you're in that district, you should be trying. You should try your luck. Like you should make that call to a North Crowley, or even just any kind like a Denton Ryan, Denton Guard, Allen. You know what I'm saying? Go down to Houston, Atascocita. Like you really should try it because you got time to recuperate. 11-6-8 don't have no time to recuperate.
Nah.
Yeah. Hey, shout out Coach Kyle Ward. He's fact checking people in the background like he do. Oh man, he is hilarious, bro.
What? Yeah, boy, man. It's the off season. I'm telling y'all, be careful. It's the Kyle Ward is out here. He out here. He in these streets.
He is wrong to get into.
He out here in the internet street.
J Mac, but let me ask you this. I know this is our not too early, right? Not too early picks, right? Rank your 11-6-8 guys. Finish top 4, make them playoffs. Who out?
One correction. Sorry, Miss Miriam. She's a Lake Highlands mom, not a BERKNER. Apologize. Now my top 4. Man, I mean, obviously you got yeah, you got DeSoto, Duncanville. I'm gonna go Lancaster 3. And
2-4.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I think it's a 3-way fight. Between Cedar Hill, Waxahachie, and Horn. And I am. I'm gonna take the fight, Nick Woods.
So all
I'm gonna say this. And I'm gonna say this: all four will go 3-4 rounds deep.
Yeah, eventually play each other again.
Until they eliminate each other.
Okay, B-Rod, what you got?
Man, Duncanville, DeSoto, either or how you want to do it. Man, I'm gonna go Horn, man. I'm gonna go Horn with the 3rd spot. And the last spot, man, I don't know. I don't know, man. It's tough, man. I'll give it to Cedar Hill.
Pat, who you got?
Yes.
All right. Well, of course, Duncanville, DeSoto, and I said it was a fight to the last 2 spots. I kind of have a sneaky feeling that Lancaster, and it's not really sneaky. Lancaster beats Waxahachie when they used to be in district in the past. Lancaster beats Skyline on a regular, and then I think they'll get Mesquite. And then the Horn game, that'll be a nice tough game. I think Lancaster solidly be in that 3rd position. I'm looking at the fight between Horn and Cedar Hill for the last position. Man. And I think because of the run that Cedar Hill had last year, and I know some of the players on that team and what they got coming up, I think Cedar Hill will edge them out on that one.
And that's tough, man, because
that's
we
really
really
know, man.
That was good, dog. Like one thing we know about Coach Tyler is Waxahachie gonna be extremely physical and extremely tough. Like that ain't the basketball team.
Right. But you know, one thing I would say about Waxahachie that I've noticed over the years since they've been in this district is I've never felt like they was just an explosive offensive team or whatever. Like you said, they're going to bring you some toughness on defense. They're going to be kind of methodically running the ball up and down the field, but I just never seen that explosive, that juice that you kind of need to win games in this district. You know what I'm saying? They were winning games when Cedar Hill quarterback wasn't that great. They had like 3rd string at that time. You know, I don't know. It just
running back hurt. He was hurt too.
Yeah. So I just never felt like they had that type of energy for this. They would do better in I know Corsicana is not 6A, but they would do better with a Corsicana Ennis type division if they were all in the same division.
Right.
You tell us, Will, who you got?
Man, I got Duncanville, DeSoto, Cedar Hill, and Lancaster. I don't know. That's just who I got. And I got Courtney at 5, but I think it's going to depend on Courtney's quarterback play. But that's definitely a school I want to go check out in the spring and watch them in the spring. You know what I mean? But I think it's definitely going to come down to quarterback play for them.
No doubt.
So you got
yeah, we'll have a chance to see them in the spring. Our preseason positions may change between now and the fall when we see what they do in the spring and all that, because all of them, I believe, are playing spring ball this year.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think we have any issues with everybody getting to spring. So be very interesting because, like you said, this is the thing. I told somebody this today. I said, boy, this district right here is going to make the Dub and some coaches on the outs with each other, because we got great relationships with damn near every coach in this division. And it's going to be a lot of people butthurt behind predictions and analysis and all that type of stuff. And I hate that. They did that on purpose. Conspiracy theory, they did it against the Dub.
Well, I don't know about that, but there's going to be some people angry. Shit, there was people angry last year and still holding grudges this year.
Hey, shout out to Cal Ward. And Darren, I agree, man. Like me and Coach Coleman, we talked about an hour today. Me and Jacoda talked about an hour today. If Skyline, if they would have did Skyline right and UIL,
right,
take this personal, but you'll hope for that. You should have put Skyline over there in Richardson or Rockwall district. They got 17 districts. You could have put them over there. You put Skyline over there, they easily make the playoffs intended for a district championship, in my opinion.
Facts.
So it ain't like I think they just bad. It's just like, damn, if you put them over there in Richardson district, we gonna actually see that game. They actually played BRYANT, so we actually gonna see who would have won that district.
Right, I agree.
That's I just think. Go ahead, Carl.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. I just think. I mean, somebody got to be last. Hell, we already know it's Mesquite, but somebody got to be next to that.
Somebody said Valley Sports called UIL because of J-Max rants. I kind of believe that.
Well, I think so. I agree. You said Skyline got caught in collateral damage. They really would. J-Mac boy.
Oh,
yeah.
Lord.
They said, who's that? Jacoda, that J-Mac old boy.
Oh, Lord. Look, we got a fight going on back here. Rabonda is writing whole novels and stuff against Ward. And, man, let's see what's going on. Tell him to play outside.
I do want to say, Rabonda, Lydia, we're going to get I want a ladies chat. We're going to get a ladies football chat going on. And I'm going to let Coach Carl mediate it. So I need all the women. Yeah, the women that really fool with the Dub, we're going to bring them on the panel. And we're going to talk a little football with the girls. I'm going to be in the background. I'm going to produce it, but I'm going to be in the background. I'm going to let Coach Carl mediate that one.
They make wrong for that.
Because Rabonda's going to come on and try to debo everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, ain't no doubt about it. I don't know, because Lydia.
Nice. Rabonda's from Pleasant Grove.
yeah, she looking like Samuel or something. Yeah.
Oh yeah, she from the Grove.
Yeah. She know a good one. So she true to that. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Hey, shout out to Zach Orr. I heard he became the defensive coordinator at the Baltimore Ravens today.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
Late, bro.
That's big time. That's big time. Shout out to the Orr family.
Shout out to my man Maurice is in the chat, man. Osborne, we didn't get a chance to ask man about Forney in that Rockwall district, because I am curious, man, and it's a big jump, Mo. You know, I know your son Jo. You know, he's one of the best backs in the country, but woo, that's a good district. I'm gonna be honest, man. And matter of fact, before we get out of here, I want to ask Coach Carl, man, how you see that district finishing out?
Ooh, let's go. Let's take.
Yeah,
all right, well, I got Longview topping it off the show. I got Forney, right? Rockwall. I think Rockwall is going to be served by playing North Crowley. I think that's going to help them move their needle. And you know, I think outside of that, man. Oh, that's who it was. It was Rockwall Heat didn't want to play somebody. They didn't want to play Duncanville.
Yeah, they got a third game.
Yeah,
they only played Duncanville. They got a third game.
They did end up getting them a third game. But I got Longview North. Longview, Forney, Rockwall, and you know, I don't know. The push up coach is at Rockwall Heat, right?
Well,
yeah, that was Heat.
He used to be at Rockwall, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I put them at 4. I put them at 4.
How you see that, B-Rise? Is B-Rise still?
Man, I'm here, bro. I'm here.
Tell me what you see District 10 did, B-Rise.
Say, man, give me Rockwall, give me Longview, give me Heath, and give me Forney.
You got Forney finishing 4?
Let me see. They're up for it. I mean, I don't think they're gonna beat Rockwall or Longview.
Wow. Shout out to Mitchell Ward. He did tell us a long time ago that they were gonna go stay at 6A. Shout out Mitch.
He did say that.
Mitch the man.
But now, what do you say, Pat? How you see that district?
Man, I'm actually happy that Forney and North Forney is actually going to play for the first time in history with the fact that they play in the same stadium in the same city and have never played each other.
Oh, so we got to go to that game.
Yeah, and they got to come up with some trophy and call it something. I don't know, but shout out to them for finally putting this doggone thing together. Of course, I'm going to go Longview number 1, Rockwall 2, Forney 3, and North Forney was pretty good last year. I'm going to go with North Forney 4.
Oh, you got Heat missed the playoffs?
Yeah, bro. Heat ain't nothing but a candy bar.
Man, he got a really good coach, man. I'm telling you, that coach. Let me go and give you mine then, because we stepping on that. I don't see winning this district. I think Rockwall wins this district.
Me too.
And I got Forney second. I think Forney will beat Longview this year.
It's gonna be at Longview, right?
Well, we don't know because it's a new year. We got to see when the schedule come out. You know, they both 6-8 now, so I don't know if they still keep it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, I got Rockwall, I got Forney, I got Longview, and I got Heat, and I might got Heat third. I don't think Longview gonna be as good as people think. Matter of fact, I think South gonna beat Longview.
I think Longview still Longview.
Me too. Hey, just a new piece.
But that's the way I look at it, man. I think Rockwall is out to prove something, man. And shout out to our guy, Wiley Vaughn. That's my dog. And shout out to the staff because evidently they listen because they definitely did appreciate the way we were talking about their pre-district schedule.
Hey,
I don't like that.
Yeah, they definitely did appreciate that. Hold on, Mo, how y'all gonna win this? Y'all coming up from 5A, man. You telling me y'all finna come up from 5A in which you didn't win district there. But y'all finna win the 6A district? Come on, Mo. Now we gotta be reality though. You know what I'm saying? We deal with the trill over here. We deal with the trill, brother. That's all I'm saying.
Hey man, he feeling himself, man. He went 4 rounds deep?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He feel like that's nothing.
Hey, we will see. Hey,
I mean, I think they going second. They like I disrespected them. I picked them second.
Right.
If you ain't first, you last.
Right.
Last, baby. Ricky Bobby, baby. Shaking.
Hey, I want to shout out to all the fans of the Dub, man. Y'all showed up and showed out tonight, man. We was hitting big numbers. Everybody was talking about they was anticipating it. They were jumping off the Grimes live. But we appreciate everybody showing the love, man.
And I want all the fans, man. If y'all really fool the Dub, man, I want y'all to come out when we grab Matt Stepp and we all go out for our next get together, man. We're gonna go out and watch a little March Madness.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna invite the Dub fans to come out. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna take over somebody's bar. I don't know who bar yet. I'll let you know. But we're gonna take it over.
We're gonna call it the Dub Hang. So anytime y'all hang out with us, it's gonna be called the Dub Hang. The only requirement is that the first 100 wings is on y'all.
That goddamn thing. But hey, we're gonna hang out the show, man. We're gonna try to bring. Hey, I ain't mad now. Y'all want to chip in, you know what I'm saying? You know, I ain't mad at you, but yeah, we're gonna try to have some t-shirts and stuff, man. We're gonna have something for everybody, man. We'll have some t-shirts and some more other stuff. And we're gonna have I'm gonna have some one and done boy t-shirts.
Yeah, you got to.
Yeah. I'm gonna have some one and done boy t-shirt. Now, I wanna know what fans is gonna be brave enough to take that one and done shirt to their school.
That's tough.
I'm just looking at the chat.
Yeah, I know the Darren will. The Darren will go deliver it anywhere. He don't
go there.
He gonna wear that shirt.
Like a mug. He gonna step. He gonna
wear it at the one and done school game. He gonna be out there with the shirt on.
Yeah. He gonna be at everybody game with that shirt on. All right. Cause shit, I'm in 11-6A is probably gonna be. I don't think you're gonna find it. I think 11-6A you're gonna have to get a shirt to say we didn't make it.
Never could have made it.
Because it's gonna be two teams that went to the team that went to the playoffs that might not make it.
Yeah, on the cool.
That's the messed up part about it.
Well, we're gonna have to have some type of 11-6A watch all year long. Like we got the Bryant.
If Courtney goes 5-5 or 6-5 and don't make the playoffs, did he get better this year?
Absolutely. You can't help who they put in front of you.
I'm excited, man. I'm excited to see the Colbys. I want to see his team. How much better they got. I want to see Courtney teams. How much they got. And I just think Mesquite done took Lake Ridge spot. They are a bottom feeder. They are a fat stuffer. You know what I mean? Everybody gonna get to play that game.
But we got to have the Brian Riser Index, who's up and who's down, just in that division every week.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to Coach G, man. My bad, Coach G. I wanted to bring Coach G on, but I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know B. Ryan was gonna last that long. But
Batman out.
Hey, Batman went out, but I got a special guest. He gonna take us out of here, man. He should pop on real quick, and he gonna be the ender for us. He gonna take us out in the spirit of realignment. There he is, right there.
Say, man, see, I done got my nap. Hold on, let me mute my stuff, man. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
See, I done got my nap. I'm good now. Say, man. See, this be the problem with these people. They be forgetting what before these programs went to. Like, fam. See, they didn't make the playoffs after Joey McGuire left, dog, the first year. They went from a contender to not making the playoffs.
Man.
Then a first round exit. Then the onsides in the second round, the guy. Then the title game. Then the third round. Then 2 wins. Now she gonna tell me when I say Cedar Hill good now. That's we been good. Man, what? Man, what are we talking about? Come on, dog. Like we can't. Hey, Will, we can't forget the hard times. You know, hey, they humble you real fast. Hey, I'm just my analyst hat. Like, come on, dog. I know y'all finna get off, but I say she fired me up. Say, man. Say. Willow,
Shout out to Rebecca. Shout out to Rebecca.
He came for you, Ward. And here's the thing.
Fact checker without checking facts. What's wrong with her?
That's factual. The thing, I just wish Lamont would have had her in. Right or wrong.
See, look. Sock just got good. And we ain't talking about Sock. We talking about you being wrong about your team. That's what we talking about.
But she not I gotta appreciate that out of her.
What's up, Lamont? How you doing, man? Miss you, brother.
Hey, we're gonna have to have you when we have the ladies round table. We're gonna have to bring Coach Ward on.
I don't want to see. This is why I ain't coming on, because you got to check facts, man. We ain't talking about emotions and all that stuff. What actually happened? Yeah, man. This is
you gonna be our fact check guy that night. That's why we need you on that night.
I'm always fact checking. I ain't coming on though. Then it went to Sock. Then we ain't talking about no Sock.
Oh man, I was checking it out in the background. I couldn't even focus watching y'all go back and forth.
Hey man, like
I like
this out of control.
I don't care if she's wrong, right, or indifferent. She's standing up and fighting for her.
She passionate. I love the passion.
Yeah.
Wrongness. Be passionate when you wrong. Don't admit it. Keep arguing. Switch the subject. That's what real fans do. They forget when the times was hard, and then they change the subject.
It was never hard to see the hill, baby. They don't say.
She just called me emotional. Wrong as hell.
You ain't lying.
You want to say you got emotional?
Wrong as hell, boy. She gonna pull out all the stops. Hey, we've been here before, man. we know we know the tricks. We're not gonna fall for them.
Yep. Them trigger words.
I want you the main thing to make. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey,
we ain't talking about all that.
Hey man. Hey, I knew y'all was gonna get out. That's why I'm laughing. Hey man, like I just had to help y'all in this show with a bang. Like, fans, y'all stop this. Speak factual information.
Woo.
Just and when somebody calls you on it, just be like, you know what? You right. I was wrong.
No, she doubled down.
She doubled down in her wrongness. She said, my son was there. It didn't happen.
You know what, Ward? Y'all just got good. Wait a minute.
when they went 2-8 or whatever else, or son might have been on JV. I don't know, but
she said he got moved up to the playoffs his freshman year, and that was Lynn's first year. And I said that wasn't Lynn's first year because Lynn didn't make the playoffs his first year. Because remember, they had to forfeit the game to Grand Prairie. And they didn't get in.
What year are we talking about? Was that 15?
17, 18.
Okay. Because
Joy left the year before.
They made it in 16. I remember my son played.
Yeah, they lost.
When he was
they lost in the fourth round. They lost in the fourth round that year. Joey.
Yeah, it was a talented team. Who was the quarterback back then?
That was
that was who was the quarterback?
No,
that was the kid that went to Notre Dame. It was the kid that went to Notre Dame.
Yeah, that was the kid that went to Notre Dame.
Yeah, he was very talented, boy.
And they had the wide out that went to A&M. That was DeSoto's the year DeSoto won it, right?
Yeah, year DeSoto won it.
Yeah.
We came in third at Duncanville and went 4 rounds deep too. But that was, I remember I was pissed off that game. I ain't gonna even say why. I can't say it. I have to say that off there. It's an off air story.
JJ dropped fast, ain't it?
Nah.
Yeah, that was
no. JJ dropped it the next year.
That was the next year. Okay.
JJ was a freshman. My son was a senior.
Yeah, you show right. That was JJ freshman year.
Yeah. And then I think that was against Trinity because I was at that game too.
Hey man, has anybody ever came on the show and tried to argue with Matt Stepp?
No.
Has anybody ever came on and tried to argue with Matt Diggs? With Matt Diggs, that ever happened?
I did.
Yeah, you did.
Matt Diggs get the business.
But Diggs is very confrontational. I mean, controversial.
He's confrontational.
He's confrontational, and he's cool with it.
He's cool.
Yeah, that's my boy.
Well, he's a psychology teacher, so he likes debate. Diggs will bait you into a debate.
Yeah,
he'll bait you into.
He uses trigger words like emotional and change. He don't change subject though. He'd use trigger words though. He want to get you going.
Boy, he tried to go. He tried to go with me in the chat talking about it's a lot of good teams in 11-6A, and I'm like, nah, because there's a lot of teams that make the playoffs. So you can't sit there and tell me a 3-17 is a team that you all of a sudden think because they're going into this district that they're a good team. Mesquite is a terrible team. They didn't make the playoffs. You know,
in a way worse district for sure.
Yeah. So you can't tell me there's 7 good teams. It's not. It's really just 6.
Well, Rabonda hitting below the belt. She's hitting below the belt.
Hey man, she don't even know that man. She might be knowing that man less than a year. She don't know that dude. hey, J-Mac.
She a Nick Ward fan, but she ain't no Cal Ward fan.
That picture, I knew him. I actually knew him. Hey, I know where that scar came from. Man, what's wrong with these people, man?
Like you said, she is Nick Miami Ward all day.
Man. Hey, I'm Miami Nick too, man. I was with him today.
Yeah, not like her.
Hey, Will, in her mind, like that them 2 seasons that she forgot that happened. In her mind.
Hey, this how she looking at you, Coach.
For sure. For sure, with the pleasant grown face.
Have y'all adopted my guy Mitch Ward into the family yet, man?
I'm snitching on Choir too. Choir texted me talking about she was tripping. He was like, "Yeah, bro. Hey, stall out, bro. She tripping, bro. Just
All I'm saying is, I give her a lot of credit because there are people like Lamont who won't even go back at you.
Man, I'm not giving you credit. I'm not giving credit for not. Lamont will say, you know what? You're right. Like he will look into it and say, okay, yeah. Or that was a good point. I'm not giving no credit for that, man. For just arguing to argue. I don't get credit for that.
She is very aggressive.
You standing on business.
That is not standing. See, this is the problem with y'all old folks. That is not standing on business. That's not standing on business. Standing on business is actually standing for truth.
Oh my God.
You
out here just shooting slugs at the whole God, dog.
Man, we ain't talking hypotheticals. We ain't talking hypotheticals. We're not arguing about opinions. We're talking about reality, what actually happened in history. That's what happened, man. You can't argue that.
You can't do that.
Like she said, I don't need to look nothing up.
She She's just being defiant now. You know what
I'm saying? See, I thought I was gonna be able to fall back to sleep, man. Now she done woke me up, got me laughing, bro. I woke up from my nap like, you know what? I'm gonna see what if they still on and go back to sleep. And she come with this foolery.
They don't understand that off season Ward and Todd are fact checkers. Like you're not gonna get away with anything in the off season. You're not getting away with nothing.
Man, me and Todd be bored in the off season, and we'll go watch other people games, and games from 6-7 years ago, and Todd will come back with this long drawn out thing of what play worked in 2015 against South Lake Carroll.
Damn.
Like, come on, man, we got time. Like, we ain't the people that you want to go through this with.
Yeah, we got time.
Not right now. Not right now. Now, in a couple of months, we're gonna be done finished our self-scout. We're gonna be going on focus on future opponents and stuff. But right now, oh no, man, don't do this.
Now, Ward, that's true and not true. We just not gonna hear from you guys from week 1 to 3.
No, you know how that is.
Once this is going out, back to fact check.
Yeah, we'll be back.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you're right. You're right. Hey, we gonna be on the road. We gonna be on charter buses, managing other people's children and stuff, man.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, I saw that.
What?
But I ain't gonna stick around because I'm gonna pull a Batman on y'all in a minute. But let me
I'm gonna pull a Batman.
I just popped on to mess with y'all, man. I don't want to keep y'all on here. This ain't
I want to do a shameless plug for Sunday night, man. We got Lincoln Coleman coming back for part 2 Sunday night.
Yeah, I ain't coming in here when he on here.
Nah.
You can't fact check that. Hey, you can't fact check that stuff. Hey, that's like watching a cocaine cowboy documentary, my brother.
Woo! Yeah, and he want all the smoke.
I ain't got no questions. I ain't got no disputes. Hey, you have the floor, sir.
Hey, and check this out. You might have to fact check. You might have to fact check because he did coach in the district and DISD back in
Nope. He got so much. He got so much information that I ain't fact checking nothing he said. He got it. He got it.
That's not fair. I'm telling you, if he told you that he hung out with Beach Beach and Gazelle the Blanco,
like fam, he did it.
He did it,
bro. He did it. I don't need to see no picture. I don't need to talk to them.
When he hit that Scarface.
I ain't gonna lie, man. And I need everybody. I need all my people that fool with the dub, man. I need y'all to send me the questions y'all want for Lincoln Coleman. Either make
No, man. Don't do that.
No,
hey,
I want to know.
And send us at least 2 questions about Jerry Jones. So
man, y'all gonna get hit with a cease and desist. Y'all playing. See, hey, have y'all ever seen? Y'all remember Enemy of the State with Will Smith and them?
Yeah,
keep playing. Keep playing.
Hey, Jerry Jones been playing with us for 30 years, so
yeah.
Somebody like Fox and Bob Barstool pick you up after that.
Absolutely. Facts.
Yeah, man.
Facts.
Now that's gonna be a good show, man. He entertaining.
We go.
Hey, that's
We probably gonna keep it for about an hour. We're gonna keep it for an hour and a half. Then we might go back to some realignment talk because I still got some stuff I want to bring up. So much. You say what?
Keep him as long as he want to be on.
Yeah, he gonna realign this show. Yeah, he gonna realign that show, bro.
As long as we can.
Bro, behind the scenes, we're talking to him. Yeah, he gonna be on there as long as he wants. Hey, shout out episode. Look, we did 2 episodes in the same week. Episode 76. We're gonna end the show with Rabonda's favorite coach. We out.
Got Coach Ward here at the Realignment. Coach, this is your first experience as a head coach. Tell me about it. Tell me what you saw, some of the things that you noticed in your district.
Well, I think we were the most notable district. With what has changed, us Skyline, Cedar Hill, Duncanville, DeSoto, Mesquite Horn, and Mesquite. So
Lancaster.
And Lancaster. I can't forget Lancaster. So all black coaches and one white one from Waxahachie. So he's been accepted into the new.
Well, he's a minority.
He's been accepted. We talking now. You black guy, bro.
Yeah, you got lumped in with everybody. You collateral damage.
I told you, welcome, bro. Welcome. But it's what it is, man. It's what they decided. So we ain't running from it. We don't play it. And actually, it helped us it helped us last year in the playoffs. So we looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think that was pretty interesting, man. How they stack you guys from top to bottom. I got my own theories on that, but I'll talk about it later. But I think that moving forward, yes, I think iron's going to sharpen iron. I think whoever comes out of that again is going to win state again, and I wouldn't be surprised if the third and fourth team make another great run like you did. But unfortunately, y'all still gonna have to play each other again. You know what I mean? So I think this is gonna be awesome. It's gonna be battle of attrition, man. So with the renewed realignment, man, I just want to give a shout out to Coach. My guy, I love you, man.
Yeah, you know I love you, brother. You know I love you.
And man,
some Oak Cliff native shirts, but I ain't gonna. We'll talk about.
Yeah, we'll talk about that out there, man. Don't be hot siding on there. Listen, we gonna go ahead and really, man, push for you, man. I think you guys are gonna make the top four and make that run again, man. But it's gonna be a lot of fun to watch you guys, man.
Yeah, it's the SEC, baby. Big time game every week.
Hey, it's all playoff games, no doubt. All right, congratulations, Coach.
Yes, sir.
To advertise your business or event, call the Dub High School Sports Line at 972-449-6022. For rates and placements, email the dubhssports@gmail.com. Support your favorite podcaster's favorite podcast with shows every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. and every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Your business is our business, so let's do business. Only on